Let's kick the dust off of this thing. Chipotle at the food court at the mall today. So that's fun. Cha. Sorry, you don't hear the free-flowing jazz music. Or it's not free-flowing, it's very snappy. It's jaunty. Hey, there she is. We've gone live. Or we're just chilling. Simple Rick, what's happening? Ho! Welcome to the Toronto lair. Behold the Toronto lair. Bum, 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 bum. We haven't had this one in a while. The Pimms Cup. I believe we've only had it once. Bum, 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 bum. So, thank you for the raid. Thank you for the raid. Thank you for the raid. Sup, Wallabin? Everybody, come on in. Getting responsible. I'm actually posting like on my stories about the fucking thing. For once. Is my internet dog shit right now? Not this internet. No, okay, I need to get on my internet. Just give it a couple more minutes. We'll be going in no time. Let's drink. Agreed. All right, fuck it, let's get into this thing. I can't wait another minute more. Oh my God, what has happened to us? I'll tell you what's happened. It's time for cocktails. You didn't think it was time, but you knew it was time for cocktails. Hotcha cocktails, woo, with Jeff and Holden. Cocktails, woo, with Jeff and Holden. Carly. CockTails.
I'm here
Woo! With Jeff and Holden and Carly make cocktails for you.
Making you laugh.
And we're making you nuts blue. Ooh.
CockTails.
Woo!
With Jeff and Holden.
You fucks.
CockTails. Woo! With Jeff and Holden.
You're in luck.
Holden with Jeff and Jeff.
What? Making you poo? What are we talking about here? Welcome, everybody, to CockTails.
Nice to see you.
We got Jeff in the house. Jeff, what's up?
Just having a little some lovely sushi here. Our dinner arrived a little bit late, so.
Oh my God, the Indian food episode of Holdenator's Ho. I think that was Lexi Love's game night. That was old school back in the day, but it still remains fresh in my mind. We got Carly. What's up?
Hi. I just had some wonderful Mexican food.
Ooh, and I had not Mexican food. I had Chipotle at the food court of the mall. That's right. You know, I used to have feelings about the mall. I always said, like, I can't be at the mall too long. I do, and I still have an expiration time at the mall. 2 hours is about my max to be at a mall before I start getting the fear. But I have to say, being at the mall, like, there's something so human about it in a time when we don't get a lot of human interaction. And it was really beautiful. It's Mexican adjacent, exactly. It's not. I will never say that it's Mexican food. I will say that it is Chipotle.
Tex-Mex is probably.
Yeah, I guess you could call it. It's just Chipotle, man. Just beef barf blasters. Beef fart blasters, rather, not barf. I never really barf from Chipotle. Thank God, because that
pretty good.
hot sauce would hurt me a lot coming back up. But yeah. Chipotle sauce is gross. I mean, what you mean in general, or just what Chipotle the restaurant has? It's so nasty, man. I enjoy them all. It's nostalgic. Yeah, Chipotle's absolutely
there's
nasty.
a mall here, and I really hadn't been to a mall in decades, really, because I never went to the mall in New York. And this one is pretty old school. Like, unfortunately, the little arcade, which I really would have loved to have gone to, is
done.
Closed.
They have these like VR or something. There's like a weird galactic experience thing that's like the darkest, farthest corner of the mall. I like walked by it and squinted at it, but it's really fun. They have a bunch of like. There's two different like Japanese culture stores. There's like an anime one and like just a cute fluffy things one that just has like cute Japanese products and a bunch of plushies. I got a little pig dressed as a goat for Winnie's Christmas. I just told Lexi, though, I was like, how much stuff do we give for Winnie? I think we need to do like Hanukkah for Winnie, because a little girl like that, if you throw all that stuff at once, it's just overwhelming. I don't even think she'll even understand, make heads or tails. I think we have to slowly like give her little things every couple days.
I think that's a good idea, honestly. I feel like early Christmases with the girls, they would get so many things. Sometimes there'd be stuff that they didn't even know they had like months later.
Yeah, they forget about it.
Yeah, totally. What's up, Sit Boy? Good evening, everyone. Glad I caught a stream. What's up, everybody, by the way? El Condor. I don't really play video games. Bucket Hat. So, but yeah, we were just talking about giving youngs spacing it out, because they don't know what the we do have this amazing, I don't really play video games, hooked us up with an amazing advent calendar for Winnie. It's huge, this big box, and every single day she gets a new like light up bath toy, and it's fucking
that's
dope.
a cool theme.
Yeah, it's awesome. And a fan gave all of us a Dolly Parton advent calendar at the Philly show. Shout out to that fan. That's really cool too, because I fucking love advent calendars. Who doesn't want a little present every day?
Fun.
I absolutely love it. Hey, guys.
There she is.
She's a walking Winnie girl. Yeah.
How
Oh, they got
fun.
the pants. You have to change them? I don't know. Oh. Okay.
Hey, what's Winnie's dance style? Does she have a dance move?
She wiggles. She kind of... She fist pumps. And she fist pumps, too.
That's fun.
Got these ridiculous Santa Claus bell-bottom pants from her grandmother, Lexi's grandmother, from her. Wow, it's so weird to say, from her great grandmother.
Yeah, true.
Oh, they're from your mom? Oh,
That's
so
adorable.
of course. I thought it was from Nanny Sue.
Hi, Lexi, by the way. Hello,
Yeah,
hello.
Carly says hello, by the way.
I say
And-
hello as well.
But is she a Swiftie? Yes, she knows that Taylor is Lord God, which is great. But they're these like bell-bottom Santa Claus pants. They're absolutely ridiculous, and she
funny.
insisted that she wear them today to the mall. So she's been in real interesting form. She's like already into the clothes fashion thing. She can,
Oh, yeah?
yeah. Look at these
Oh,
ridiculous
I
bell-bottom.
see.
Look how ridiculous these
Yes.
pants are. They're so silly. And I put her in this yellow onesie, and I had very tasteful, like, green pants to match them. And she
Oh.
was like, She wanted her jean jacket and her new bell bottoms that she got from her grandmama.
Fun.
It's very cute, right? So
Well, very colorful, you know.
Yes.
Probably pretty cozy.
they're so funny. We were laughing a lot. Anyways, I realized Jeff's like slowly just moving the drink. You can leave it on. It's too dark. Yeah, I've decided I don't care anymore about the mood lighting. It's too dark. Thank you, honey. But I was going to say, yeah, Jeff slowly
Yeah, I
inching
love a
the
groovy
drink
baby.
tray closer and closer as I think a sign. Because it is true. The best part about this stream is we always start it with a drink. Tonight's no different. Well, we got 11 minutes in, but, usually we start right away.
And everybody, of course, this is the holidays, big holiday season, New Year's, and everything. What says that more than a Pimms cup?
Absolutely.
So,
And Pimms Cup indeed. Pimms #1 ginger ale. Rye. The rye is optional. I have it. The thing that I don't have is the cucumber for garnish. Forgot about that part. Oh well.
Yeah, don't worry about that.
2 parts Pimms #1 cup. So you've probably seen this in liquor stores. It's the Pimms. I mean, what is the deal with Pimms? I bet I did like a whole history on it when we first did this because I used to do that, but now I don't. It's a liqueur.
Be right back.
It's like a cucumber
Sounds
flavor.
good. It's a liqueur. And, for this says, fill a tall glass halfway. Shaman, baby, thank you for the 5. Gotta have my roast from Carly, my toast from the boys. Thank you so much. I don't really play video games. I'll get into the incentives in just a second. Fill a tall glass halfway with ice. Add 1.5 ounces of Pimms. Top off with ginger ale or lemon lime soda. Garnish with a slice of lemon. We're going to put a little twist on that. Add a little more punch to it. So 2 parts Pimms.
This, by the way, I made these cards like way back in the day, and I was being really precise with everything. I'm probably going to be a lot less precise. I'm just going to kind of eyeball it tonight mostly.
Oh,
But,
Jeff, bad.
Those are the ratios.
Wait, did I just get ratioed? Is that what that means on Twitter? I had to look that up. I still don't quite understand what it means. All right, next up we've got 3 to 4 parts ginger ale. Yeah, you do kind of want to eye that, huh? I'm gonna measure it out this time, like legit, and then I probably won't do that in the future.
I'll go ahead and do that.
1. I'm gonna do 4 parts. 2. Since I'm adding rye, the more diluted I think, the better. 3. And 4. All right. Next up, we've got 1 part rye. Skip this if you're weak. Well, I'm not. At least for this drink, I'm not weak. We'll see. It also depends on how many people make me finish our drink. That's right, the incentives tonight. Right there. Man, baby, thank you so much, Fluffy Bear. I was about to pump the subs as well. I need them. I've lost out on a lot of streaming time and therefore subs and donos and all that good stuff out there on the road. Making money on the road, so it's not like it's a total loss, but it is still gonna maybe. I don't know how it evens out. I don't know if it will even out.
I'm
I
adding
can't look at
bourbon.
it.
I'm adding bourbon rather than rye, which you can also do.
Did you already answer El Condor's question?
Is there a difference between liquor and liqueur? Yeah. So liquor would be the harder stuff, like a spirit, like whiskey, gin, vodka, all that kind of stuff. I don't know if it's based on like actual proof amount, but in general, a cocktail consists of generally like these things: a base spirit or liquor, right? So that's going to be gin, vodka, tequila, whiskey, bourbon, rye, rum. Man, baby, thank you. That's my name. For the sub. A liqueur is the second thing you usually are going to add to a single cocktail. We'll have at least one liqueur. Now, that is like a less alcoholic but still alcoholic flavored beverage. It can be floral or fruity, like Campari.
Usually
or
sweetness, right? I mean,
Yeah.
I feel like all liqueurs have
a bit of sweetness.
like a
Yeah.
syrupy quality.
I don't know any that don't. Yes.
Vermouth and all that kind of Saint Germain, and they're floral, they're fruity, they're sweet. They give the drink. They kind of just make the drink more drinkable a lot of times. Then bitters, which is more concentrated, actually higher proof, I believe, but it just comes out in little spurts. It's very like its name, bitter. And then oftentimes you'll have maybe a juice. I'm glad actually we're getting into this because my first thing I wanted to talk about after we cheers these Pimms cups and talk about incentives is Lex and I are working on our signature cocktail, and I would also like to talk to you guys about your potential signature cocktails. Jeff kind of already has his. It is the Sherlock.
Yeah.
But Carly, maybe we could kind of talk about a signature cocktail for you and what that might entail. So that's a fun thought experiment. You guys can join us for that. So usually it's a liquor, a liqueur, bitters, and a lot of times something to top, like a fruit juice or a soda or something like that. That's usually kind of the 4 beats of a cocktail in general, but you can go so many different places from there. You can do, as I've seen in the TV show Drink Master, the drink that show, really, if you're curious about cocktails, they will teach you quite a bit about various cocktails and the general approach but all the things you could do, because it's given me a lot of ideas for episodes. I'd love to play with smoke if we could. I don't even know I think we have to get special equipment for it to do it, but I think there's certain different ways you could do it. Thank you, Ali Marcy.
It really did look very fun. I was so
very
pleased
fun
to see all the pictures. Everybody was like, I had the best time ever.
We'll talk about it soon. I mean, a lot of these people I got to meet on tour. Wallopim, Slutty Change, Soat. I don't know if Play Video Games was with us for the whole week run. Was so helpful and great, and it was awesome. We met so many awesome people on the tour. Ooh, that's nice. $20 patron. I'll take that. Malort, I believe, is a liqueur, technically, which makes sense because it's not like as strong as a liquor generally.
I don't know.
It's syrupy, it's flavorful. A liqueur can be shitty and bitter. Well, let's look it up. I'll be able to tell you real quick what Malort is.
I should mention I do not have a Pimms cup this evening. There is no Pimms in this area, so instead, I have a margarita.
It is. That's all good. No worries. It all count. It's a digestif, is what it is being brand of Basque liquor introduced. So it's is it a liquor? I guess it's a liquor.
That makes sense. A lot of aperitifs and digestifs are kind of like a thicker, sweet.
Let me go ahead too then, and look up liqueur. Can you spell it? Liqueur.
I'll say if you lean too heavily on a liqueur, you're gonna have a headache. You don't want to make that your base.
A liqueur is an alcoholic drink composed of spirits and additional flavorings such as sugar, fruits, herbs, and spices. Often served with or after dessert, they are typically heavily sweetened and unaged beyond a resting period during production when necessary for their flavors to mingle. So I would say, yeah, that's okay. So it's like a diluted spirit, essentially. A diluted spirit like the one visiting me tonight to tell me about the next 3 ghosts that I'll be visited by throughout the evening, because I believe I will be going on a Scrooge-like event, Scrooge-like journey. Stir lightly, garnish with cucumber slice, irrigate self. There you go. Let's toast.
Oh, nice.
Cheers, everybody.
Da-da-da.
Thank you so much for joining.
Hello, mysterious hand. Nice to see you.
Absolutely delicious. Absolutely delicious. Great stuff. I love a Pimms cup. And honestly, I love that you can enjoy this without the rye, and it'll just be a light little drink that you don't have to get all crazy. That's what I'm on the hunt for lately, because I just can never get that shitty these days, you know? At least when I'm at home being a dad. So it's always good to find stuff that tastes drinky that is not going to, like, put me under the table. But I at least have graduated. I can have bourbon in the house, and it won't ruin my life. So... I can have bourbon in the house, and it won't just be like 2 nights that I don't remember. I now know how to drink.
That's a big step.
Yeah, pretty huge. Just slow drinking some cocktails. I even had a little too much last night, I feel like, for, you know, you feel the effects. It's crazy both of your shows were like the last thing I did before the pandemic started, and your show last week was the first thing I've really gone out to do, or at least be around more than like 25 people. Amazing, man. Yeah, it has been... This week was incredible. Before I get into it, let's talk incentives real fast. Because Daddy needs $5 for a toaster roast to you. We already got one in from I Don't Play Video Games. We got a roast from Carly and 2 toasts from the 2 gentlemen. $10 to choose one of us to perform karaoke. You choose the song. You know the girls have a bedtime, so we only have about an hour before we get any sort of fun moment with the girls in a karaoke song. So hit that link for that. Any song you want. Love to close out the hour with a little bit of that. And $30 to finish your drink. That's right. We will kill these drinks. We just poured them. So if you want to get the night started loose in the goose with a caboose in the sous chef's hat, then fucking click the link and make it stink. And by stink, I mean I'm farty because I had Chipotle for lunch at the food court at the mall. Also, please consider hitting the sub. Thank you for the people who've already subbed today. Definitely losing out a little bit on subs as I've been traveling for the past 2 weeks, going on tour, meeting the people, getting my boots in the dirt and meeting the actual humans. Or really, I should say boots in the snow, because I went from Minneapolis to Milwaukee to Chicago last week. So definitely got that winter feeling that I lose here in LA, and glad to go bye and then go home. But it was so nice to see snow on the ground. And honestly, it wasn't that bad. We were a little worried about the travel day between Minneapolis and Milwaukee because there was like a bit of a winter storm coming in. We seemed to avoid it pretty well and get out.
Nice.
Yeah, and get out to Milwaukee. Man, I love Milwaukee. Just yet again had a wonderful time in Milwaukee. Honestly, the whole run was great. Minneapolis was also amazing to us. It was so funny, the difference between the Best Western in downtown Philadelphia and the Best Western in downtown Milwaukee. It is Minneapolis, rather. Minneapolis, it was like a fucking Hallmark movie. It was like I was staying in like this ridiculous, Philly was like death hallway, and we literally had a hallway to nothing. We had a hallway outside of our window, Carly, in Jake and I's room. We had a hallway to literally nothing, like an endless hallway. It was a hallway with a light on in it, but there was no other doors or anything. And then there was just like a open, not even a window, it was just like an open hole in the wall. We thought we were going to get murdered by the Giggle Man. Yeah, we made up this whole thing about the Giggle Man.
Oh, no.
And, it was just the ladies were very sweet behind the counter. But besides that, it was horrific at best, I'm going to say. Horrific at best. So
I caught up with Madeline yesterday a little bit, and we were giggling about the fact that y'all went to like some really fucking cold places.
Yeah, we went to like the coldest places. And I mean, honestly, I didn't. First of all, the Northeast.
Do you guys still have a winter coat though?
Yeah, totally. And I had snow boots. I also was like, I can't believe we're doing this. I was fine. Yeah, it was fine. It was never like that biting, like middle of January thing. It was never that. Also, we're in cars the whole time. We're literally just going to a hotel, getting into an Uber, going straight to the venue, going to a bar nearby maybe, and then going straight home. I mean, there was maybe the only times we were like, oh, I'm cold. We were like smoking a joint outside of the hotel before going in and having a nightcap and going to bed. Yeah, it wasn't like, we were never like caught in it in that way. And we had rented a car for half the trip too. So we were never, it was never like really that bad in that way at all. And I'm glad I packed my snow boots for sure. I wore them for those travel days, and that was really good and all that. But yeah, the next day the wind was like 25 miles per hour, and it was under 30 on Saturday. So yeah, that's the other thing. We also just got really lucky.
Yeah.
Did the hotel have breakfast in Philly? Yeah, I think they all had continental breakfast, but we missed all of them. Either getting up too early to get on the road or getting up too late.
What's the continental breakfast I love? Is that a DoubleTree?
No.
The Dubbies.
No.
Courtyard Marriott.
Courtyard Marriott.
Yeah, that's a good one.
I think
We stayed at Courtyard Marriott
weddings.
in Milwaukee and in Chinatown in Chicago, which was awesome because we got to this fucking noodle place nearby in Chinatown. Lucky Noodle. Holy fuck, that place was the shit. That was probably the best I ate the whole time. We also partied with Cam Starr and Buck Murphy. I stayed at their place the first night I got in Minneapolis, the night before the show, and I think I'm coughing from memory. I brought them a special joint from the shop. It's called the Tarantula. And we were definitely joking about that a lot. And it was one of those like dipped in oil, covered in keef, crazy weed, like $10 joints. Yeah, one of those like $10 J-Bones. And it was real fun. And we played this VR game afterwards where one person's a giant tree on the VR helmet and everybody else has their phone out and the app, and they're playing as little squirrels. And you're just trying to get all the nuts from the tree, and the tree's just like knocking all the squirrels out. It was very fun. Hi, Cammie.
Cool.
Just talking about the tree squirrel game that we played. The tarantula venom got us all. We were racked by it. We were absolutely heathened by it. It was an incredible scenario for all of us. Carly does look Ellie. She looks like she's in one of those like 20s. Old-timey pictures or something. Yeah, it's very nice. Very pale. How do you Well, I guess it's the winter time, huh? So it's a little more pale. I'm like, how do you manage to be pale on a actual farm?
I mean, I'm not outside right now. This next week it's gonna be -7.
Oh my God.
And talk about wind. Kansas is fucking windy. Occasionally, you'll just get that combination day of very cold and very windy, and it feels
it's horrible.
Like, but it's like shocking. You know?
Oh yeah. No, and again, I can't believe we avoided that. I dealt with none of that the whole trip. We had snow for sure. It was snowing, but that was just kind of pretty. But we didn't deal with whipping winds or it was never below like 30 or like 25. Also got to hang out with Anxious Spider-Man as well. So come on out if you're in the Texas area or the California area in January. We've got a few more dates left. We're announcing a new Texas date soon, and it should be great times. So definitely consider joining us for those. It's going to be a fucking blast.
Where are you going in Texas?
We're going to Austin and Dallas.
All right.
Yeah, Chicago got colder as soon as y'all left. The gods were kind to us. We were really worried about the winter storm coming through Minneapolis as we were traveling to Milwaukee, but we also got up at like 7 in the morning that day just to like escape it, just to try to get away from the storm. How far away is Houston from both of those places? Is it on like the other side of the world?
It's about maybe 3.5 hours from Austin. I know it was about 3 hours from San Antonio. So maybe 4.
Sid Boy, I'm
Dallas,
so glad.
Dallas is a doozy. Like from San Antonio to Dallas, I think is at least a 6 to 8 hour drive. I'm not sure.
I'm so glad I could still wear leggings, t-shirts, and my slides in winter in Vegas. Absolutely, Sid Boy. Hell yeah, I don't really play video games. Lives in Vegas too, by the way, Sid Boy.
Yeah.
Get your tickets right there. Were you talking about getting 4 Locos when we were waiting to meet the 4 of them? We used to do Hyper Vipers, drinking a 40 of King Cobra down to the top of the label and then filling it back up with energy drink. Ugh, Hyper Vipers sounds horrible. Very different from a Pimms cup. I wish I could ask you about the flavor profile, Carly, but I feel like it would be remiss to not speak about it at all. It's absolutely delicious. I mean, I think what's scary about this is the 1 part rye in there, 1 shot of rye. I mean, I can't even really taste it. And what is in Pimms? It's an absolutely wonderful liqueur.
Gin, related. We looked it up earlier.
Okay.
Gin digestif. There you go.
Yeah.
Kind of a cucumber sort of flavor to it. It's
Which makes
really
sense.
nice.
Yeah, I smell the gin for sure. Yeah, absolutely.
Gin is controversial to some people, and don't let it scare you if you're not a gin person. You will not get gin flavor really in it. I mean, I don't think. I mean, maybe
Right.
hypersensitive to that kind of thing. I didn't even know until Carly said it just now there was gin involved.
I should also say I wish we could have gone live, but it was incredibly late at night, and I wasn't going to be the next day. Jeff and I in the flesh. I finally got to go to Jeff's house in Staten Island. It's where I crashed before I flew out of Brooklyn the week before last, and it was just phenomenal times. We had a couple cocktails. I love that I was like, give me some more whiskey for bed. I made him pour me some more whiskey for bed. We had 2 Jeff cocktails. We did not need any more than that. I didn't even take a sip of that whiskey, Jeff. I walked downstairs. I looked at it and was like, what the fuck am I thinking? I got to go to sleep and brush my teeth. I don't even think I brushed my teeth. I just fell into bed as soon as I got downstairs.
Well, we went out and got some drinks, obviously, after the show.
Yeah.
And then when eventually we stayed we were out sort of late. There were some other people. There was Lady Highheart was there. And,
we named some more names. Man of Leaves and Lady Highheart and Torgo and Dottie Champagne. We had Perexianos. We had Pippino. I don't think Perexianos came to the bar after, but we had her.
Some of the old crew. We had Lone Star Kate was there. And,
Wait, Lone Star Kate was there?
Yeah, she was there. But she didn't have the VIP tickets, so they made her leave.
No! Lone Star Kate, you just hit me up. Lone Star.
Yeah.
Oh, Lone Star. I hate knowing that.
Oh, I don't know that she's here or she's in chat tonight, but
No, I know, but I did not realize she was at the show. I definitely would have hooked her up with VIP.
That was kind of what I was. Yeah,
that was it. Drew got VIP tickets. Wasn't able to go because his cat had a fucking stroke. He was watching the cat. But Drew got VIP tickets. I was like, Drew, I mean, I appreciate it because we need all the support we can. We really need to move these tickets, but I would have hooked you up with a VIP. You're doing my stream. You know what I mean? You're on the list, bro. Oh, Nerdy Yurdy was there as well.
well, I think he probably didn't ask because he wanted to show support.
It was very sweet of him to do that.
Knows.
Unfortunately, besides Jeff, no New York people made it. Skulk, I think, was out of town. John got COVID. Drew, everybody had some issue. And it's weird. I guess I should have been more like, hey, do you want to come to the show? I'll put you on the list. But I feel awkward being like, come to my show. But I should have hit more people up, I guess. But the people who were planning on going, none could come. JD Panda met. Fluffy Bear we met. You guys are awesome. And everybody was fucking awesome. There was literally one weird guy at the Brooklyn meet and greet. Because, of course, and that was it. And even that guy was fine. He just rambled nonsense and then left. He had 2 pairs of glasses. He was wearing a robe under his jacket. I don't know if you remember saw that guy. That guy was nuts, but he was very funny.
He was right in front of Nerdy Yurdy.
I don't really play video games.
And,
So funny. I don't play video
the
games.
character.
Yeah. It's that was fun. But yeah, it wasn't bad necessarily. It was is this gonna get bad? But exactly. It sounds like a standard last podcast. Q&A. Red Age, thank you so much for the sub. It was so good to see you in DC, Holden. Yes, we met Red Age as well, and it's nice to see Carly and Jeff again. Red Age was an absolute treat to meet you as well. It's been incredible. It was me, lol, JK. Yeah, it was Jumbo Lump Crab Meat, of course. Now, that guy just rambled incoherent nonsense. That was the weirdest meet and greet moment I've ever had. The guy just rambled like a homeless person would ramble at you on a subway train. He just rambled at us. I couldn't get a word in edgewise. He just went on and on and on, and then just pulled out his incredibly cracked phone. We got a pic, it was just covered in cracks, he dropped it a million times. Took a picture, or 8 or 2,500. And then sauntered off stage. It was completely but no, El Condor, unless he found it in the garbage, he had VIP pass and VIP money and everything. You know what I mean?
Oh wow.
I don't know what happened. So anyways, but again, I'm calling this guy out, but he was completely fine. It was just incredible. And doing the VIP thing worked really well, I think. Man, baby, 22 months. That's insane. Endless love. Hail yourselves. Thank you so much, man. Yeah, I don't know. I think that's why the VIP thing works. It feels a little eye-rolly, and I was like, oh, we're going to do VIP passes. But it actually did just, like, eliminate the element where the, like, really drunk person, like, kind of gets weird with you after the show. Like, because those people kind of, like, they're usually kind of float away from something like that. This is what happens, I've noticed. This is what happens. You come out into the lobby after the show. You do kind of a meet and greet that was kind of randomly thrown out. What was I was so upset I wanted to come out to the Brooklyn show, but I couldn't with work. That sucks, dude. I'm sorry. You go out in the lobby. You're like, all right, let's meet. People line up. Yeah, exactly. So the VIP wasn't that crazy edition. People line up. You meet the person. They've already had a few drinks. You meet them. They're like, oh my God, I can't believe I'm meeting you. And then they walk away. They get way more drunk. And then that second time they approach you, now that they're comfortable with you, that's when it gets bad. And that is eliminated by, I just got really drunk at the bar after the VIP. Yeah, but we were all getting drunk together. So JD Panda. So it was completely different because we were all getting fucked. You know what I mean? So it worked way better, I think, than, you know, because then I'm just as drunk as you are, and we're all having a good time. That was amazing. We had this back room at this bar in Chicago, all hanging out. It was such a great vibe. Everybody was so cool. I just had so much fun with you guys, and it was so much fun meeting everybody at the meet and greet. So I kind of did that exact thing when I met Under Oath at a VIP. It was the nerves. Yeah. Because people get all, it's, I'm sorry, Slay Change forgot his ID, so couldn't join us for that hang, man. I wish I had known. I wish I had a better way of, like, connecting with you. I mean, I guess I have the DM. I didn't look at my Insta DMs, though, at all, but you could have hit me up there, but I probably wouldn't have seen it. But tell me how much they all made you laugh. It was fine. It was boring. Slutty Change. She said, man, baby, $30 to JD Panda. Okay, I think enough time has passed for me to feel less guilty about this. Down your drinks. Let's do it, and then we'll do a round of toasts and roasts
I
for
just
you.
refilled this.
Yes, you have to. Get upsettingly drunk. Here we go. Cheers, everybody.
I'll do my best.
Cheers.
Chug a whole margarita. Fuck is right.
Let me text
It's
my
okay,
beautiful
I
wife.
just- I'm gonna do my best. It's just you can't chug a margarita. Yeah, brain freeze, I know. So I'll just keep sipping it until it's gone.
All right. Now I'm
That's
feeling
gonna be
ready to
my
go.
roast.
Now it's time for a round of toasts and roasts. And does anybody want to be the saint that will hook us up with a karaoke song for us to sing at the end of the hour? I would love to get a little visit from...
You're not weak, is the other problem.
Yeah.
Emily and Violet,
Spicy.
you want them to have a good Christmas.
Yeah.
If you want my children to enjoy their Christmas, then make them come dance.
Yeah, make them come dance. That's how they love a good Christmas, is to be forced to dance.
Exactly.
And also, do you want Carly to have a good Christmas? All she wants to do is sing. All she wants to do is slam that margarita, which is not looking great right now. That is a lot of margarita left in there, so I don't know what you're referring to as a slam. You know what I mean? You got to cheat it. You got to pour some out off to the side or something. I mean, this is not going. Okay, drink. There you go. Now it's under the ice.
There's a lot of ice.
It had to get under the ice, ladies and gentlemen. It had to get under the ice. So here, we're going to teach you how to make the Pimms cup. I'm going to make mine in a little bit. I had a little bit of Pimms cuppage left over in my mixer, so I'm going to drink that off first. But it's 2 parts Pim, number 1 cup, 3 to 4 parts ginger ale. You can kind of eye it especially after you make the first one. 1 part rye, and stir lightly, and then garnish with cucumber slice. Irrigate self. Oh my God! By the way, the Bloody Marys in Milwaukee, man. That is Bloody Mary country. And they give you the little beer back, the little beer, like, tiny. One time I was served in a tiny can. Another time it was just like a big like a tumbler glass.
Yeah.
Good work, Carly. Great. Make yourself a very weak one next. Okay, how about that? Maybe
It's
hang
already
out.
mixed. We got it from the Mexican food restaurant. That's what I'm saying. They give you margaritas and they are strong. But I got a lot of ice.
Poor
I'll be right
Carly
back.
already sounds absolutely hammered.
Just my face is frozen. I'll be right back.
Man, baby, I play video games. Toast, Ranks, Spider-Man, and Slutty Change and Dealer's Choice Karaoke. Thank you so much. I don't really play video games. The gift that keeps on giving. I don't really play video games was so helpful and wonderful to have on our run here in the Midwest, by the way. Kind of traveled with us like there was the Grateful Dead and helped run our merch booth. And just kind of helped out with the VIP meet and greet part, just like grabbing drinks or taking photos or handing out posters. So it was fucking awesome. Who got brain freeze? I hate brain freeze. Brain freeze and too much sugar. Oh, yeah. Is she wearing a Steven Universe shirt? Well, Jeff, while she's doing that, before we get into the toasts and roast and karaoke, I think I may have asked you this, but now that we're a little bit closer, is there a big, ask for Christmas this year from the girls? Is there a big, is there a Tickle Me Elmo? Is there a
not really like a big, universal, all kids need it kind of thing. So,
Gotcha. Not well, but anything big for them? Any like a bicycle or that big Christmas gift?
Nothing like that. Yeah, we got stuffies and we got some video games and stuff like that. Stuff that pretty much all kids want. So.
Gotcha. Nothing too crazy. I was shocked at the amount of stuffy shops there were in the mall. There was multiple shops you could go into where they had just the cutest, most ridiculous Japanese kind of style stuffed animals, like a hot dog that's like a little dog that's all, you know what I mean? And there was a giant plushy avocado, very California. I'm getting myself to the Barbie's whorehouse. That's so good for you, Slay Change. Finally splurge on yourself, my friend. Get that thing and jerk off all over it, you fucking animal. I know what you're up to. I'm calling the cops yesterday, Slutty Change. I'll fucking call the cops on you till the day I die, bro. I'm gonna have to toast you in a little bit, so I'm getting it out now. I'm a 23-year-old man, and I love plushies. Absolutely. Oh, I know. I want to cover my whole bed in the plushie. All right, Slate Change Blues, a children's show we're doing right now, where we teach children how to make alcoholic beverages. Jeff, thanks for accommodating me. And you were such a trooper because you had to get up so early for work the next day. In my head, as we were hanging out, I was like, I can't believe this guy's doing this for me right now. I
forgot all about it. Once we got back and we were getting catch up and just hanging out.
It was so nice.
We got to make new fashions because you don't have access to Salerno blood orange.
Don't have that blood orange, so yeah, you made me the new fashion, which I love, and I love the house, man. I think you nailed it. Staten seems awesome, and the house is awesome. That basement
always looks really cool.
It's great. There's a basement, a first floor, and then I didn't even see the second floor where the bedrooms were, but it's so much space. It's so good. I was talking about it to Alexi, and she was just like, just say the word, we'll go. Just say the word, we'll move to Staten. She wants back in New York so badly, which I don't understand. I just don't get. I'm sorry, Jeff. I just don't get. It's so hard. It's hard. You were driving us home. I was like, where are the lanes on this road? Do you know that part before you get on the bridge? You're just driving, and I'm like, where are the lanes? There's no markings here to show you where the car should be on the street. There's just no markings. It's just wild, man. New York's so I love it, though, man. And it was great. I didn't really get to go to my New York necessarily. I was in Kiwanis for the Bell House. Except for my New York does lie in the Bell House. The Bell House is one of my favorite venues ever.
There you go.
It's such a great venue to perform at.
Guys, if you and Lexi ever come out, you and Lexi Winnie come out, you can even leave Winnie with us one night. We'll babysit. You guys go to a date night in Brooklyn.
I love you're saying exactly what we've already talked about before asking you about it. I think it definitely also staying in your place convinced me. I was like, oh, we could totally stay here for a little while and do a whole thing and take Winnie because you guys have that great basement guest space kind of going on. Great for the kids down there too.
Do your laundry while you're here. Yeah, it's the whole thing. So.
Wow, interesting, Galveston. Isn't that fascinating that you're here? I guess maybe someone got unbanned at some point. Isn't that interesting, Camstar? Cammy, Buck Murphy, Terry, and I laughed our face. We had such a fun, man, that was such a great fucking hang. I've been looking forward to that probably the most out of anything because I was so stressed out about the shows. Even before Jackie's wedding, I was so stressed out about like doing the shows, getting through the holidays, getting through the big travel thing with the wedding and taking Winnie. The one thing was like, I'm going to fly into Minneapolis. I'm getting picked up from the airport by Cammy and Buck, and we're going to go get a bunch of dude, Minneapolis has an incredible craft beer scene. Get a bunch of good-ass fucking IPAs, go back to the house, and fucking smoke to the dome. And I brought I left a bunch of joints with them, too. I just brought a ton of fucking weed with me because I can, and especially when I fly to like a place where it's not so easy to acquire, it's like, here's the free candy all day long. So yeah, we had so much fun, man. I just was like, that was just my like, relief. And then we got into the crazy week, but it was great. You can only get like the Delta 18, like COVID variant edibles. You can't get like anything. You can't get like flour or anything. So yeah, we just honestly, Spider-Man, we just got really high and talked and then played a VR game and then went to sleep. But it was so nice. Jeff, is that mistletoe over your head, you snack? Says Galveston.
So yeah, you better believe it, buddy.
Also, I'm gonna get in some extra streams this week. We're not we don't have Jackin for a couple weeks. I'm only coughing because I swallowed something weird. By the way, I don't have any weird coughing issues. Also, I don't remember because of tarantula. Yeah, and then I pulled the tarantula out and made everything bad. We all got upset after that. We all just started clawing at each other and snarling at each other. It was a weird scene after that. But yeah, well, you can fly out of Lax. Lax's policy is up. I think it's up to like something ridiculous, like 2 pounds. You can fly out with. You can even take it on carry-on. No one cares. Now I'm so spoiled. I take the edibles with me through carry-on. I usually put the rest in checked, and so that I can eat them after security, so that they don't hit while you're in security like they always hit when you eat them right before you go to the airport. They always hit while you're in security.
I thought the same thing, Cammy. Like, it's Lax.
Yeah, it's Lax.
Of course it's Lax.
It was super fun getting to meet you. Yes, in escrow as well. At the Chicago show, bud. The show was the highlight of my trip. Dude, thank you so much, man. You were a blast. It was awesome seeing you, man. Great hang. But, I fucking brought edibles to Chicago. Forgot to eat them. I've done that before. I've absolutely done that before. We were on a long road trip, and I as we were about to get to the city to do the show, I was like, God damn it, I forgot to eat my fucking edible. That would have made this trip slightly more enjoyable. But anyways, yeah, exactly. Sometimes you don't need the bump. You're having a good time. Why do you need the extra? Sometimes you get a little too high, you know what I mean? And then you're not enjoying it as much. Let's do these toasts and let's do these roasts.
Yeah.
And Carly, by the way, not only do you have to think of a roast, but you also have to think of a karaoke song to sing.
Did I miss that?
Yes, you did. I don't really play video games. Donated for a karaoke song dealer's choice. I give it to you. I bestow it to Ponce to you. And also a toast for Slutty Change and for Anxious Spider-Man, I believe. But before we get to that, we have a toast and a roast for I only play video games. So I'll start with that. I mean, I already said it before. I don't really play video games, a.k.a. Jasmine. Thank you so much for everything you did for us on the tour. It would be a pleasure just to have you hanging out. And I am so glad we got to have that brunch before we all went to Milwaukee or rather Chicago and stuff like that. So we did get our moments in, which was awesome. But you were such a help. After doing it without you for a week, it was so glaringly obvious how much of a value add you were to the tour. So thank you so much for that. Cheers.
Huzzah!
All right, Carly, do you want Jeff to go next? Do you have a little more time, or would you like to...
Yeah, let Jeff go. Let Jeff go. That's cool. I'm looking around for inspiration.
Yeah. Well, yes. I don't know for video games. You are a holiday miracle. You are.
Yikes. All right. Stop trying to fuck her, Jeff. You're just trying to say some kind words. Good Lord. Unbelievable. Your wife's literally upstairs. I can't even believe what's happening right now.
Well, the thing is, who can you call on to if you need like a full you need to get in the holiday spirit and you want somebody to come and put on a full like nativity or something single-handedly in your yard. I don't really play video games. Who do you want to come and sing carols through your window all hours of the night? I don't really play video games. You want to like somebody just like get you fucked up on on eggnog and and just like beat the shit out of like neighbors who are pissing you off. You call I don't really play video games, and that is why I love you. One of the many, many reasons.
Fantastic. All right, Jeff, take it easy. I mean, come on, your wife's upstairs.
Yay. Okay.
All right, the bitch is unleashed, everybody. Are you ready? Are you ready for the claws of the bitch? That's what they call her on the road. The bitch claw woman. Go for it, Carly. Give her some of that old school venom. Give her.
Okay, I don't really play video games. You smell like a ball sack, and I gotta wonder where do you sleep at night?
Did someone clip Jeff's impression of Carly doing roast from last CockTails that she wasn't here, because he fucking nailed it so hard.
I'd love to see that. Okay, hold on. Let me finish. Okay.
It sounded just like this. Go on.
Because to tell you what, I don't really play video games. I got a dog who rolls around in her own shit all day, and she smells better than you. And if you were to roll around all day, you'd probably get an infection or something because you're gross.
Uh-oh, people are screaming about it in chat, so I think you know what that means. April, hit it!
I hope it wasn't
Join
too
in two. Put your hands together if you wanna clap. Take you through this monkey rap. DK Donkey Kong.
He's the leader of the bunch. You
know him well.
He's finally back to kick some
Tail. Coconut gun. Fire and spurts. He shoots ya. It's gonna hurt.
He's bigger, faster, and stronger too. He's the first member of the DK crew.
All right. Come on, everybody. I mean, please, everyone. Sorry, that was my way of doing the plastic hook, the giant plastic hook on stage. This bit single-handedly convinced me to start listening to Wizbrew. All right, awesome. Good. Maybe we do a DK rap segment in the live show. I don't know. You have to be there. Now it's time to break dance. Yeah, exactly. I might dance a little bit seductively or violently, some say, on stage during it as well. I've been trying to get Jake to make the DK rap a soundboard redeem. Hell yeah. You better be careful, and you might memorize all the lyrics to that song. I know. I want to for the final shows. I really want to. I say final, but I hope we can do some more shows, man. It's so fun. And I believe in this show so much. I love the show. Like, I really am proud of this show.
Feeling.
Yeah, it's a good feeling. And especially the second run. The first run, I feel like we really worked everything out. I got so used to working with venues and all that kind of stuff. And I think we did great on that first week. I'm not saying we didn't, but that second week it was so dialed in. And man, just I love the Midwest. And when it comes to a lot of the people, exactly, Calvin's good. We've all heard the Calvin, absolutely. I know you can't remember it, but love if you all could record it for streaming. I'd gladly pay for it. Yeah,
Oh, that'd be fun.
Would love to figure that out. Maybe I can talk to Henry about getting it somehow in LA. That would be really cool. I'll see. I doubt they'll give us the resources for that, but I would try for sure. All right, let me play some more background music for you guys. So. Also, I wanted to bring up before we get into more toasts and songs and stuff, a lot of streaming happening this week. I've got the normal schedule for streaming, so that means today we've got today we've got CockTails, tomorrow's Money Pit. Wednesday morning we've got Cup of Ho. We've got Thursday morning games, and but we don't have Jackin'. So Friday I'm going to do something else. I might stream games. Maybe I'll just have a party hang, whatever you guys want. Also, this Wednesday night we're going to be doing the Muppets Christmas Carol watch along. That's going to be on Jackie's channel. I'm going to host it. I'm going to be producing it on my Get Up, but because Jackie's in Florida, but I wanted to do it on her channel so that we can get her as many subs as humanly possible, because she's missing out on like so many weeks of streaming between tour and being in Florida. So pull your sub clicking finger out for that stream if you would. Jackie needs all the subs she can get to get any kind of a good payout on that. See if Kyle can sub for Jackie on Jacket. Okay. I'd love to have Kyle on. I should have Kyle on the Money Pit tomorrow if he'd do it. I'm going to hit him up for that. But yeah. I would love to get her some subs on Wednesday, because that's the only one I'm going to host on her channel, because the Wednesday after that is my birthday. I'm going to be doing a shitload of birthday streaming. I'm going to try to do a bunch of maybe I'll do like gameplay streams in the afternoon. Maybe I'll have guests on. Maybe I'll have you guys pop in, and then I will have we're going to do the traditional. Man, baby, JD Panda already pulled the sub finger out with 5 gifted subs. Thank you so much, my friend. I'm doing the Cats watch along a week from Wednesday. So you got, for the next 2 Wednesday nights, you've got movie watch alongs from the Page 7 crew. So I hope you guys will join us for all of that. And then thank you so much, JD Panda. I really appreciate that. Man, baby. And then I'm going to do as much extra streaming as I can through the holidays. I think I might even do some Christmas Eve streaming, because Cats will be my birthday, December 28th. So please show up for that. Maybe I should even put like an Amazon wish list up or something like that. I need presents, guys. I need notoriety. No one cares about my birthday. That's why I'm going to stream the whole day. No one gives a fuck about it. So make me feel special. Show up for my birthday on stream and give me some love, all right? I cannot wait for the Cats watch along. I had so much fun last year. It's going to be amazing. Severe FOMO over here, but glad you all had a blast getting to meet and hang out. Must come to Denver next time. So glad I got to catch a show in Axville. Absolutely. And you know we will fucking hang out afterwards in Denver as well. So I wanted to make it up on the Nashville thing, is I know we got kind of fucked. We got kind of turned around on our scheduling, and it became more of a work trip than a kind of like what the show is when we like do it as Page 7 and Wizard the Bruiser outside of like the network. So I'm trying to
Denver show. My mom will come, I'll bet.
Cool.
So people can meet my mother.
Dude, the best was Joey.
That'd
be awesome. I'd love to meet your mother. The best is Joey Clams was so great, and we smoked a J out front of the bar in Brooklyn, and that was super fun. I always get you a stream game you absolutely don't want for your birthday. Of course we care. Thank you so much, Galveskin. I appreciate that. Joey Farts. I want to meet Jeff and Carly so bad, and Byron. Absolutely. I saw a peek from Byron earlier, so we'll see if he'll join us later on. Joey Clam's the fucking best. Yeah, Joey's the best, dude. He's awesome, man. All right, let's do some more toasts and stuff. I need to make another Pimms cup, so I'm going to show everybody how to do it. Downing that first one really set me off on an interesting path.
The girls are going to bed fairly soon, so we'll need to,
let's do it. Do you want to do that? Should we do that? We can do the song. You want to do the song next? Is that what we should do? We'll do the song next, and then we'll. I
got a good song for the girls, I think.
All right, let's do the song next, and then we'll do the other toasts.
Do you need to make a drink first real quick, though?
Yes, I'm going to make a drink first real quick.
I'm going to give them a second to set up here.
All right, so we're going to do Pimms cup. Pimms number 1, ginger ale, rye, cucumber. 2 parts Pimms number 1 cup. 3 to 4 parts ginger ale. 1 part rye. Stir lightly. Garnish with cucumber slice. So there you go. I'm gonna try it without the rye this time, because downing that drink made me pretty loose in my goose. And also, I'm just curious to see what the flavors. I will say, Carly, by the way, you and Byron might want to check out that Drink Master show. I think it's really legitimately a great British style, but with cocktails.
Yeah, that sounds fun.
It's awesome. What are you watching these days?
Oh goodness. I watched a couple of crap shows.
What crap shows?
I watched I haven't finished the Too Hot to Handle new season.
Oh, I haven't started it yet, but I'm excited.
What's
How does it
that
match
with
up with the other Too Hot to Handle seasons?
I mean, I think it's pretty
Better,
pretty much the
worse,
same.
whatever, the same, yeah.
It's kind of the same. I mean, like okay. What was the other one I watched? Not Love Is Blind. I watched a different one. Anyway,
I watched Love Island season 3 not too long ago, and I realized like, this is the template for like every single one of these shows.
I watched Love Island. I watched that one.
Which one? Which season?
The new. I think just the newest one.
Just the newest. I watched season 3
Yeah.
because I looked up which season to start with, and it said season 3 was a particularly good one.
It's
I
okay.
watched that one.
I know everybody's saying no shame in trash TV. I get teased a little bit here.
You're in trash
my
TV.
home.
You're in trash TV sanctuary right now.
I know. This
We
is
all
we're
watch
safe
really
here.
trash TV. I watch the fuck out of trash TV.
See,
That's
I
like
never,
my favorite.
I never really did for a very long time, and then honestly, hanging out with you and Jackie,
Yeah.
and Lexi, like everyone was having such a good
Yeah,
time.
Galveston judges, but he's the villain of
And
chat,
laughing.
and I will ban you again for $1,000. If someone wants to pay me $1,000
don't
right
worry.
now, I will ban Galveston again in a fucking heartbeat. Go on.
Byron gives me all the judgment necessary, but I
Constructive
still
criticism.
constructive criticism. Yes.
All the constructive
I-
criticism you could ever need.
I can't help it because I'm like doing chores and stuff around the house, and I'm just mostly listening to it. And the shit that they say, I'll
lot
be
of-
like, like
a lot of
cracks me
times,
up.
for me, a lot of times it's either I'm playing a video game on screen 1 and I just want trash TV on screen 2 because I'm sick of
Yeah.
listening to podcast, like the same comedian podcasts or whatever.
I just like noise while I'm cooking. And
Or
stuff.
Lexi and I literally are like, we look like two cartoon characters that just got electrocuted. Our day was so crazy with Winnie. We're like, our hair is
Yeah.
up on end, and we literally just need the dumbest fucking thing on the screen so that we can like not talk, but like not, hate our lives. So we put on trash TV. Those are kind of the two
believe you,
different
Gal.
states where trash TV lives. I've been enjoying Wednesday and the new season of White Lotus.
Oh, I did see Wednesday. Wednesday was awesome. Haven't really gotten into new White Lotus. But before we
Wednesday's-
close out on the reality TV thing,
Yeah.
a discovery I've made in watching these shows a little bit recently. They say all the time, so where's your head at?
Yeah.
So where's your head at? I mean,
Yeah.
I just want to know where his head is
just wanna
at.
know where your
Where's
head's
your head at?
Well, then Love
We-
Island is so funny. It's just like, what's your type? Oh, and it's all very basic physical things. Like, I
Yeah.
like tall, dark, and handsome. I like blonde. I need them to be blonde. They have to be
Yeah.
blonde. It's like never like, I need them to be into like
Where's your head at?
fantasy novels or like, I need them to be into like, I
No,
need them
it has
to
nothing
be
to do with interest or
humanitarians.
anything.
It's always the
No.
most basic thing. It's like,
Kindness.
I like them tall.
Who
I like
cares?
them blonde. I like big tits. I like
Yeah.
small tits. I like a lager drink. I like a whiskey drink. Nah.
And then the other one is, I really like your vibe. Or, like they had a good
Yeah.
vibe.
Yeah.
Vibe. I mean, they just are.
Yeah, it's all about the vibe.
like-
Mr. Ham, I agree. The new White Lotus
Cracks me
is
up.
like, I wish I had more hours in the day so I could
Embarrassing.
just binge all of it like tonight. But of course, we can only get like half a fucking episode in before it's bedtime. Jeffrey Sprawl, you dog. We're going to ask you about your favorite shows just a little bit. But before we do,
Ready
or
to
the
sing a
shows
song?
that you're watching at least just a little bit. But before we do, yeah, I think it's time to
Okay.
sing a fucking song before we get
Let me get it going.
arrested by the boredom police.
Let me see what yeah.
Uh-oh.
Go ahead, get started out.
Yeah, is it shenaniganry there? What's happening? Is like a child on fire right now? You should do a roundtable run, Holden. Giving any thought, that might be bad if you can't compartmentalize. Roundtable exists for me when I'm like very drunk and misty for the past at this point. But I would love... Henry recently went through them. I know that. He went through like all of them, or at least a lot of them. That was like his go-to. What goes on, you dirt demons? What's happening, Apple Cart? You around tomorrow night? You want to do some Money Pit? We actually arranged for childcare so that Lexi can join us tomorrow night. So that's going to be fun. So we got Lexi on the Money Pit already. It's going to be a hot one. It's going to be a real barn burner, real page turner. So get ready for that. I don't know who's going to join us, but we at least have a woman, you fucking miscreants who get mad. Oh, what is this? The MCU? We've got a woman finally. Good Lord. I feel like everyone's screaming at me. Finally, the child will get some care. Absolutely.
Woman.
Absolutely. I will say, Hold Neighbors Ho killed it on every roundtable roast. Absolutely. Always killed it. A white woman, no less. Yeah, the cream gem of them all. I believe they say in other publications and whatnot. All right, how are we doing, Carly? You ready for us?
I'm ready. Yeah, I'm ready. I got you on the big sound.
All right, let's rock and roll.
All right.
Oh boy, slutty change. Well, maybe we'll see. Well,
Kevin.
you gotta get the chat. You gotta win enough times. Kyle got there by winning enough times from chat.
All right. Tonight I'm gonna have myself a real good time. I feel alive, and the world I'll turn it inside out. Yeah, I'm floating around in ecstasy, so don't stop me now. Don't stop me, 'cause I'm having a good time, having a good time. I'm a shooting star leaping through the sky like a tiger, defying the laws of gravity. I'm a racing car passing by like Lady Godiva. I'm gonna go, 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 there's no stopping me. I'm burning through the sky, yeah, 100 degrees, that's all they're going, Mr. Fahrenheit. I'm traveling at the speed of love. I wanna make a supersonic man out of you. Don't stop me now. I'm having such a good time. I'm having a ball. Don't stop me now. If you wanna have a good time, just give me a call. Don't stop me, 'cause I'm having a good time.
Yeah, the blue hair.
Because I'm having a good time. I don't wanna stop at all. Rocket ship on my way to Mars, on a collision course, on the satellite. I'm out of control. I'm a sex machine ready to reload, like an atom bomb about to explode. Bomb through the sky, yeah, 200 degrees. That's why they call me Mr. Fahrenheit. I'm traveling at the speed of light. I wanna make a supersonic moment of you. Don't stop me, don't stop me, don't stop me. Ooh, ooh, don't stop me, don't stop me. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Don't stop me, don't stop me. Have a good time, good time. Don't stop me, don't stop me. All right. Stop me now. I'm having such a good time. I'm having a ball. Don't stop me now. If you wanna have a good time, just give me a call. Don't stop me, 'cause I'm having a good time. Stop me, 'cause I'm having a good time. I don't wanna stop at all. Da 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 da. Looking excellent, gals.
Love it. Thank you so much.
Hey,
Good
thanks.
work. Love the blue hair. It's awesome. All right. Good stuff. There you go. If you want some more fun karaoke moments before the stream runs out, there's the link right there. We've got a little less than 2 horas. That is Spanish
everybody.
for hours, I was told, by a Hispanic person. Ojos means eyes, by the way. So horas, ojos, libro means book. So there's a few Spanish words for you guys. But anyways, Jeff, you're muted. Does anyone know what a bow drill is in here? Yes, absolutely. Libro. And a book is a man, by the way, according to Spanish people. El libro. It's a masculine word. So books are men, and el ojo, I think also rojo ojos is red eyes. Isn't that interesting?
This is gonna sound. I do not mean.
What?
I'm dancing around this because I mean this in all like a sincere thing. Is
you have some notes for your daughter's dancing? Is that what's
no.
Okay.
It's the fact that the whole like the Spanish, like the things are like masculine and feminine.
Well, that's where Latinx came from, is people overcorrecting that. And I could be wrong, but it seems like it mostly that is well, maybe I'm wrong. I don't want to get into cancel territory, but I've heard most Latin people don't give a fuck about the gender thing of the words. It's the Romance languages. The Romance languages, French, Italian, Spanish, they all have gendered. The words are like weirdly gendered from back in the day.
Yeah,
blame Latin. Yeah. Oh no, hold it says red age. Depends on who you ask. Exactly. Some people don't. Yeah, I don't give a shit. Some people don't give a shit, but some people do. So it is important. But that's where Latinx comes from. So you don't say Latino, Latina. Latinx takes the gender away. I just wish sometimes I just wish there was better, because Latinx feels clunkier than Latino or Latina, right? So if we could come up with my non-binary Latin friends prefer Latine. There you go. Much better than Latinx. Latine? But either way, way better than Latinx, because Latinx makes it a 3-syllable word.
It's Latinx, stupid asshole.
Latinx?
Yeah.
Still.
That's what Byron's saying in the background here.
Latinx.
Rage prop might
It does sound like
for Latin. No.
But either way, got my Duolingo lesson for the day. Yeah, absolutely. A Mexican man I worked with at Cece's Pizza taught me to open Modelo with a seatbelt in my 99 Saturn wagon in the parking lot. He would not have liked to be called that, lol.
Violet is Kitty. I'm assuming the girls got a hold of my wife's phone, maybe, because they just like saying if we start getting here,
yes.
but fart and all that, then yeah, I know Emily is Kitty. Yeah.
He was mucho Mexicano. He kept telling me that, absolutely. But anyways, it's all a weird thing. But yeah, that's like, that goes way back into, that's one of the trickiest things about the whole like gender thing is like for certain languages, it's like insanely gendered.
I'm
so
just
then
lousy
how do you
with,
get around that?
With conjugations as far as all the different tenses. That's what I took many years of Spanish, and what I've lost more than anything are just the conjugations. I remember words, but
and Chipotle is not Mexican. Absolutely, Chipotle is not gendered at all because it is not in no way Mexican. We had an event at work for Latinx History Month, and we got several angry emails from people about it. My boss, who came up with the event, is Puerto Rican. Good times. Latinx sounds like laxative. I would go with that as well. Actually, the worst one is nibbling. I think nibbling is the worst. New gendered-free word for niece or nephew. Sounds like a tiny creature that can't stop eating. Chipotle is the male version of Chipotle. Interesting.
We're talking about shows and stuff we've been watching. I will say I've watched all of it, but any old time, Squidbillies is still one of my new favorite discoveries. It's a hard show to watch. Have you watched it, Holden?
A little bit for the same reason.
It's incredibly upsetting for like many reasons.
I've seen
but
many of those.
now that I've seen a bunch of it, it's like, man, it's pretty wild. The creator was a Trumper? Are you talking about Squid?
I don't think the creator is
can't
the guy,
be true.
the guy who did the voice of Early, I think was.
Oh, that could be. Even Whiskey Nick is saying, yeah. Yeah, it used to just,
That's right.
stun
He also,
me.
he came out as, I remember that. All right.
Oh, can we talk about something else crazy that I saw last night for the
No,
first
I definitely
time?
want to keep talking about gendered romance languages.
Yeah.
Definitely. Can
well,
we get
this
off
is
that?
also a little upsetting. What was the channel called? The bad channel on the TV?
Oh, we want. Yeah.
What was it called?
What, Great American Family?
No, Newsmax. I saw a Newsmax for the first time. It is okay. It's like it feels like a sketch. All of it feels like a parody.
Right.
But it's not. It's like the Trump
NFT thing.
NFTs.
And
how they're just so ridiculous that it feels like a joke, but they mean it absolutely seriously.
It's crazy.
Wow.
Yeah, there's also the Great American Family Network is the answer to Hallmark, which has now gone full libtard with their having gays in their movies and everything. So Great American Family is the channel you can go to get good, wholesome. That's the one with Candace Cameron Bure, who from Full House. She recently spoke out against gay marriage. That's her channel now. Yeah, that's where she does stuff.
Well, for example, this is just a commercial, not the media that they're putting out there. The commercial, it was a Jesus clock. That's what they called on the commercial, with praying hands. That is voiced by James Earl Jones every hour. And does it give you scripture?
He reads a particular passage.
He reads a passage every hour. But I couldn't help. I'm like, it's Darth Vader, man.
Yeah.
This is Darth Vader Jesus clock. And the commercial is really something else. I actually got some of it recorded, and I will share that with you all through Discord or Instagram or something, because it is mind-blowing. I mean, I felt like I was in a surreal, alternate universe.
I know. It even hits me every time I go to a hotel. I did a lot of hotel living recently, and every hotel TV is a little different. But every time I watch it, I'm like, I can't believe this is how a lot of people still are entertained. You know what I mean? I can't believe people actually sit in front of this with what it is now, because, yeah, I mean, there's still movies on, there's still HBO and stuff, but it's so devoid of good programming. It's kind of insane. There's just no. MTV's All Ridiculousness, which is a horrible show. I don't understand why that's the only show that plays on. It's just the only show that plays on it. It's just dead at this point. You've got all these other, all the news channels are terrible. And then you have either Office or Seinfeld marathon happening. And I will say my one thing, I ACAB all day, but I miss Cops. And I will say it. I get that it had to go. But when I went to a hotel, I could at least always rely on the fact that there would be some ridiculous Cops episode from the 90s on.
Oh, I was so confused.
I haven't seen it on a hotel TV since BLM and everything happened. Which
jail.
Again, I'm cool with the exchange. I'm cool with the change out. My dad still watches it. I have not seen it. I cannot see it on any channel. Which I'm fine with it, because I think it stopped largely because of needed changes that are still undergoing. Yeah. But man, I miss the show. Especially I miss watching it with Lexi, because she's from Jacksonville, and she'd always be like, oh, I know where that is. Because every single time I put it on, there would be at least one episode in Jacksonville. And it was so fucking funny. But anyways, what was I going to say? We have a toast. We have toasts.
Oh, good.
We have roasts.
Right. Yeah.
Let's get into it.
Now, what are the other two toasts again? It's just Spider-Man and Slight Change? Is that right?
I think so. Yeah.
Let's see here. We've got, we have a toast for Anxious Spider-Man and Slutty Change. So here we go. Anxious Spider-Man, thank you so much, man, for hanging in Chicago. It was fucking awesome. It's great to finally get to chat with you. Your lady seems amazing. It was great just shooting the shit. And, I didn't know what to expect from Anxious Spider-Man in terms of the whole package, in terms of all of it. But you were, totally awesome and super cool. And, not trying to kill me or wait till I went to the bathroom to like sneak up behind me and like kill me, or you know what I mean. He didn't kill me like once or try to kill me, so I really appreciate that. And I just feel like we had some really good chats and stuff. But we did. We had some really good chats and stuff after that warmed my heart. Which I wish I'd done Slutty Change maybe first, because that's the part he missed out on, and I don't want him to feel bad about that. We'll get to him in just a second. Cheers.
Did you watch his bag for him? How
Cheers,
nice.
Anxious Spider-Man. Yes, thank you for watching my bag. I mean, honestly, that would have been a big deal because it had like my MacBook in it. Slutty Change. Guess what sits at my desk now? This tiny Yoshi Lego that you gave me now sits underneath my monitor,
so cool.
right here at the desk. I'm not gonna lie, too. I got home, and of course, I just like threw it in my bag, so the whole thing fell apart. So I looked up the instructions for it and managed to put it back together with the instructions that I managed to glean. So greatly appreciate you, man. MJ got the other one. Awesome. So yeah, and all the stuff, and the I haven't given Winnie the Among Us plushie yet. It's sitting over here on my nightstand, but I'm gonna give that to her soon.
That's a
no,
good one.
no, man, I'm chill. No, you were extremely chill. You were awesome. I could type faster than I could speak, I think. Yeah, absolutely. But anyways, thank you so much for all of the gifts, and so happy to meet you. I'm so sorry that it was just came down to an ID issue. Why I didn't. I thought you just had to like get home to get up for like work or for hanging out with your kid the next day or something like that. So I just assumed that was what it was. I was surprised to not see you though. So now that makes a lot more sense. But next time, I think before we do this toast, what Henry has told me is they're very highly looking at for the next big LPN like we did in Nashville show. They're looking at Chicago. So I don't know if that's what it's going to be, and I have no control over that. But I'm just throwing it out there. So we may be back out there sooner than you think. We may be back out there in 2024. Yeah, like a Jamboree Part 2. So we'll see. I don't know. I could see other cities making the list. I'd love New Orleans. I'd love Denver. Something like that. But last I heard was Chicago. So I would love to do that. And then hopefully if that happens, we'll fucking hang. All right. Cheers, everybody.
Yeah, Kansas
right.
City, bro.
Yeah, I'll do
That'd be
KC.
pretty cool. Kansas City's great.
I'll do KC -3. Charlotte would be so crazy. I would love to bring our show to Charlotte. I highly doubt that's where LPN would be like, that's where we should do our next show. It's not exactly the most. If anything, it would be Atlanta. If it was in that area, that's where we'd do a big LPN show for sure. And that's probably not too far off either if we continue to do these, because Henry and Natalie love Atlanta, and it'd be a great way to hit the Northeast in a centralized way. So, all right, oh yeah, what do you guys got?
I'm ready. Oh, you can go.
That's
Jeff,
because
that's
we're
fine.
doing both of them together, right?
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead, Carly. That's fine.
Or wait, I haven't
Oh.
done. Oh yeah, no, I
Oh,
did
it's
both.
just Anxious.
Yeah, do both.
Anxious Spider-Man and Slate Change.
That's right.
Okay. Well, Anxious Spider-Man, I was super happy to see the photos you took from your trip, and it looked like you had such a wonderful time. And it's funny, even though we haven't hung out, I feel like known you through the stream for such a long time that, you know, it's nice to call you friend, and I enjoy keeping up with you and seeing how things are going. And you look so happy. It looks like things are going great. I'm so happy to see that. And huzzah to you. Slutty Change, goodness, you are just such a pleasure. I always know when I see your name in chat that you are not only going to be around and be, you know, supportive, but also like super fun and funny. And yeah, I just love your whole attitude. And it is consistent, because now for many years, it's like you are a proven true blue friend to me. I appreciate you both. Yahoo! See,
All right.
I love giving toast. Toast make me feel excellent. I love telling people I love them.
All right.
I would love to see. I don't remember what I did for my impression of you, Carl.
Well, was it a roast
it
or a
was
toast?
very-
The toast is a little different.
What
Done
she
with love,
she
like-
did tonight. It was what she did tonight.
Oh,
yes.
goodness.
Yeah, I got. Let's start with Anxious Spider-Man. 2013 Christmas Eve. I'd been kind of gut punched by the world. It was just a shitty year. I'd had some rough times. Feeling kind of blue. Just sort of walking down. I remember I was walking. I was in Brooklyn. I was walking down like this part of Church Avenue where sort of things are there's it's kind of dead. There's not really much happening there. And suddenly I feel like this warm, friendly hand on my back, and I turn around and I'm like, what? And there's Anxious Spider-Man saying, you know what? You look down, sir. I think you need a $7 hand job. And I went, wow, that's really, it's amazing. And I said, why specifically $7? I couldn't even get the sentence out. Got hard, open-handed slap across the face. Said, don't fucking question a free $7 hand job. Just accept it. It's the holidays. Fucking accept it. And I'll tell you what, got me a $7 hand job, and I'll that
Amazing.
$8 worth of work for that $7 hand job.
Beautiful.
Beautiful. Thank you. You made that
Nice,
lovely
dude.
holiday.
Cheers.
Are your kids still watching?
Are your
No, but
kids still
probably
watching
his-
Ask Red Age?
Probably his mother.
2014 Christmas Eve in the East Village this time. Wander around just before that area, just right before you get like when St. Mark's kind of starts to peter out before you hit the park. And I'm feeling, life had kicked me in the deck again. It was just like things were sad. I'm not feeling like life's going the way that I need to go. I feel like I've sort of missed some opportunities. Maybe made some choices that I regret. Again, a warm hand hits me in the back from the other direction this time. This time it came from my left side.
Amazing.
And I turn around and thinking it's going to be Anxious Spider-Man. No, it's Slutty Change. Look me in the eye and says, "You're looking down, sir. You look like you got a lot of weight on you." And I said, "Yeah, it's been kind of rough. It's kind of because you need a colonic. You need a colonic irrigation right now,
wow.
here." Wheels over this little this stirrups, like this thing you typically would picture for like pregnant women. Picks me up with one hand, lifts me into the thing, proceeds to give me the colonic of my dreams. And not many people dream about colonics. I realize it's weird that I do. But I'll tell you what, it was really, really fucking good. And tell you what, I did feel a lot better. I felt a lot lighter. I felt like I could move faster. I could twist more. I was ready for whatever life had to throw at me. Thanks to you, Slutty Change. Cheers.
Yay!
Cheers.
That's funny.
All right. Moving
Hey.
on. Yeah.
Side note to not quite colonics. I can't remember if I told you guys this before, but we installed a bidet, and then our buddy was over here the other day, and he was like, "I feel like doing something. You got a project or something?" And we were like, "Well, we haven't finished hooking up the bidet," and he's like a contractor builder dude, and so he just made it work. Bidets are awesome.
Bidets rule, man.
Wash your
Gotta
butt,
get that squatty
man.
potty. Yeah.
No,
Or not
it
the
is.
squatty potty. The what's it called? The I forget the name. We have it. We have to install it.
I love a bidet. I think everybody should get one.
I think
If-
everybody. I think that's. I feel like that was a crazy thing to say like 5 years ago. I think everybody's on that
right?
track now.
If
with
not for
the bidet.
we laugh and stuff about the thrill, like yada yada yada. It's just practical and awesome. Hi, baby girl.
We got the tushy.
I see baby. Oh, give me the baby. Bring the baby to me. Bring it to me.
That's yeah, and Lexi's like,
You
and
do
you're
wipe
good.
if you
See you
bidet because
later.
your butt's still wet.
Do you wipe if you
It's
bidet?
clean.
Yeah, you're gonna
You
want to
gotta
get
dry
the
it off.
water out, unless you just want it to air dry. But do you want to stand in a bathroom for like 30 minutes? She found
Yeah.
a toy.
A spoon.
What was I gonna say? So yeah, before we get into signature cocktails, Jeff, what shows are you watching these days?
What happened there?
She's just grabbing the mixer thing.
Oh,
She was
she
about
was
to
good.
throw a bunch of stuff off the desk.
I'll tell you what Lindsay, if you're probably Lindsay's probably with the girls upstairs. We just like finished a couple things, and we were trying to figure out what to watch. So we started watching a couple things that we'd seen before, just to kind of, and we were like, oh, that new Witcher show is coming out. So we just started watching The Witcher over again, like from season 1. And
oh my God, she's doing the frown lip. She's doing the tiny lip.
Hey, Vinny, hi.
You see Carly? That's Carly right there, and that's Jeff.
you remember me?
You.
Yeah, you remember Jeff?
Uncle
He flew you
Jeff.
around the apartment.
You're such a big kid now.
Yeah.
What a big kid.
When you look so much like
Nobody
Lexi,
gives a
they're
shit
saying
what I'm
that
talking
she
about
has
right
your
now.
hair.
We just-
Lexi's always like, I wish you looked more like me and less like you. She says Winnie has Holden's hair when he was a baby, but I think she has Lexi's hair. She has your texture. Okay. Oh my goodness, we're getting into serious affiliations here. You said
the
you're
actual stuff is
rewatching.
so cool.
You're rewatching Witcher.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Oh,
I'm enjoying
Witcher's
it.
fun.
I don't know how people. I don't know how the general public feel about the show Witcher. I'm enjoying the hell out of it.
I enjoyed
Oh,
it
I
enough.
liked
Not enough to rewatch it, but I enjoyed it enough.
I think to be honest, I think I might be liking it more the second time through than I did the first time. I don't know why.
I believe that.
Are
yeah,
you?
I didn't
How do you
remember
feel about
much
this
about
Henry
it, and this
Cavill?
one- Huh?
How do you feel about this Henry Cavill switch out?
I haven't heard about this. What is he's leaving?
Yeah, who's the new guy? Who's going to be the new
Oh,
Witcher?
really?
It's some other guy. Yeah.
Oh, that's a shame. I thought he did an excellent job.
No,
I
this
thought
really
he
sucks for him.
Nailed it.
He
Second
walked
person.
away from The Witcher, I think maybe to focus on Superman, and then he had a meeting with James Gunn, and they were like, it's a Hemsworth. It's the other Hemsworth. Is going to be the Witcher.
Hemsworth?
It's not
not-
Chris, it's Liam, right? Or the other way
Wait,
around? Yeah.
Is he going back to Superman movies?
No, because James Gunn and co took over DC and just had a meeting with him.
Oh, for
Jeff,
sure.
you're way out of the loop. He's done as Superman.
Okay.
And so now he's doing, I mean, this has kind of always been his dream, I think, but he's doing like a, Warhammer 40K, that whole
Okay.
thing. He's like doing a whole Warhammer TV project for Amazon now that he's
Okay.
like heading up and stuff.
Yeah,
But-
I really liked.
Yeah, he got fucked.
That actually that upsets me that he's not, because I
Yep.
do like.
I do like him
I
as the
fe-
Witcher as well.
I feel like he gave a shit. Like he actually.
Yeah, and I'm
gave
not
some
sure that
genuine quality to
Liam
a video
is-
game character.
Liam
No.
seems like he's not necessarily like the right
Also
guy
very
for the
hot.
job.
True.
Put Liam Hemsworth in either. I know he's he's one of the Hemsworth brothers.
Right.
I couldn't pick him out in a lineup, so it's.
Who's the
Um,
crazy
Great.
dumb shit who played Jesus? I don't even know. You
Yeah.
IMDb it.
What?
Do you know which
who's
Hemsworth
the
played
dumb shit? That's
Jesus?
James Cavill or something.
Damn, I had a
yeah,
joke
he's
name, but
around-
my connection buffered and the moment passed. Yeah, absolutely. I hate when that happens. I hate when I'm sitting in like at a dinner party or like sitting around a table with people and you come up with a really good joke and then like the moment just fucking passes and you know not to say it too late because you go through that too many times to know that never works either, right? Where you try to bring it back. So you just have to let that moment pass. You're like, God damn, that would have been great. That would have gotten a laugh. You have to sit through it.
Very easily, yeah.
Well, interesting. All right, rewatching Witcher. I was.
I'm also watching.
Somebody asked
are we
who played
watching-
Jesus, and that was Liam.
Okay, that was Liam.
Yeah.
So there you
No,
go.
well, did he play Liam?
So you get him.
Henry Caviezel, the Demon Whiskey Nick pointed out, actually is one who was in what was that really gory Jesus movie a couple years ago?
Not Passion of the Christ.
Passion. Yeah, no, the one that Mel Gibson did. What was it? It was.
Oh, what do you think, Anxious Spider-Man? I was watching Seinfeld in
Passion
the
of the
hotel and enjoying. I love Seinfeld. I'm a Seinfeld guy, so I think it's hilarious and great. Even though definitely that first season is working on it. Yeah, everyone's saying Passion of the Christ. It's Passion of the
Yeah,
Christ.
okay. I guess yeah.
That's
whatever
the gory Jesus movie. There's not really
the
another
Mel
gory
Gibson
Jesus
one,
movie.
Yeah, he was that Jim Caviezel or Henry Caviezel or whatever was in that. He's not related to the what's his Cavill.
Oh.
Well, the other thing I'm watching though, I want to give a shout out to anybody who hasn't seen it. Is we're watching Snuffbox.
Loves. Wow, man, you guys are digging deep.
that?
Snuffbox is our boy from What We Do in the Shadows.
Matt
cool.
Berry.
Matt Berry and another guy.
Rich
It's like a 2-man kind of weird sketch comedy show. Is it still on Netflix?
No, I actually have an old,
DVDs?
like, Blu-ray of it or something. Yeah, it's
Dude, it is. If you want some weird British comedy, like weird British comedy,
and it's
I
sort of like,
I was obsessed with it when I was living in Brooklyn.
it's kind of like it's sort of like about cruelty in some ways.
Yeah,
It's about,
yeah.
Like about just like people's inhumanity to other people. It's
Kind of, yeah.
Well, I mean, I'd say that's kind of like a recurring theme, but some of it also is just non sequitur craziness that I fucking love. And if anybody has a chance to check out the Snuffbox, check it out. Also, again,
Cool.
Matt Berry, who's a comic genius too.
I'm just asking.
How
for
are you
more
watching
ice.
it, Jeff?
A DVD.
Oh.
I was actually. I'm just texting Lex to see if she can give me some more ice so I can make another drink. I was gonna say. I was thinking about opening up my extended Lord of the Rings DVDs again, maybe during this like chill holiday week, and rewatching the trilogy. I like to do it every couple years now,
I haven't seen that in
or
a
so,
long time.
or every few years. Yeah, it's been a minute, and I realized too, Wizbrew's never done the Peter Jackson's Lord of the Rings. We did Tolkien's Lord of the Rings. We did, I think, a 2-parter on Tolkien, but we did not do the films. So
I remember the Tolkien one, but yeah, that would be. Cool.
I love the movies. We did Universal Studios theme parks recently, which was awesome. Jake and I did that, and I think we're going to try to get Ed on for some supplemental materials on that. But I will say Mario World or whatever is coming to Universal in February in Universal Hollywood, which is like a 20-minute drive from my apartment. I am so excited to go do like the Mario Kart fucking roller coaster and shit. Is going to be so sick. Thanks,
That's
Whiskey
pretty
Nick.
cool.
Yeah, I'm like very excited for the Mario.
I really wish there was a go-kart place that straight up had the Mario Kart.
I know, right? Well, that's what. But apparently, it is set up like a race, and you can like win or lose. I don't know exactly how it's set up, but it is. It is in a way that you can like. They will have like, winners and whatever and placements, which is fun.
Done the that Hagrid or
Uh-huh.
ride. Yeah.
Yes, I did. I did Harry Potter World.
I love that. Where something where they get boosts, so it's like here's the dragon fire boost, and like you just like shoot. It's so cool.
That was awesome, and the one where you're like on the brooms or whatever, doing the whole like the. It's kind of a dark ride, kind of a roller coaster. It's kind of a mix. There's a lot of screens, and you feel like you're like in Harry Potter. Yeah. It's kind of nuts. That was awesome.
Those, actually, yeah. There's like the Wizarding Bank one, and there's the one where you're like it's Quidditch and all that kind of stuff.
Hell yeah. Agreed, JD Ponda. Agreed, JD Ponda. Universal Studios was the place my now Trumper uncle and his husband would take me for my birthday every year as a little kid. Uncle and husband, Trumper. So they're a gay couple that are Trumpers. It always blows me away. I'm like, how does that logic work? Like, how do you twist that? How do you? I never understand. I'm like, gay and Trumper just blows me away.
I must admit, I've been watching the January 6th hearings. I every one of those, I've just been kind of fascinated. It's like, and I watched that final one today. And it's so good. It's like we're recommending to charge that motherfucker with crimes. And I just think it's great.
I mean, I will say, like, Trump hates you, but he's actually kind of been weirdly like, he's like, whatever about the gays, like, your existence neither affects me in neither a good or negative way financially, so like I don't care, but it still is like bizarre.
I guess you can still technically hate other marginalized groups if you're
A marginalized group. Yeah, I guess. Yeah, exactly. He just hates trans people and Mexicans. So if you're black or gay, it's like you're still apparently able to logically work around the idea that you could support the guy. And it's because Trump doesn't care about anything. Exactly. I mean, at the end of the day, unless it's going to benefit him and people from Africa. Yeah, that's right. That's true. Remember, he wouldn't rent to them. That's right. That's what it is.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
That's what it is. All right. Well, Jeff, I wanted to get into this now that we're inching towards the final hour. First of all, here's the incentives. We have nothing on the docket right now. $5 for a toast to roast you, $10 to choose one of us to perform karaoke. You choose the song, and $30 to finish your drink. That's right. We will finish our drink as soon as I make one in a little bit. I may run out and grab some ice in just a second. But before we get to that, there's the link right there if you'd like to donate. Before we get to that, signature cocktails. So Lexi and I are both working on our signature. Your signature, you kind of accidentally found in a way, right? Right. Yeah. I mean, I'm assuming the Jeff signature cocktail is the Sherlock, right?
Pretty much, yeah. I mean, it was also arguably, I think also in there, although we haven't had it in a while because it requires a very specific peach liqueur.
The Peach Lindsay.
The Peach Lindsay. That was the first cocktail I ever.
I think that's your secondary signature.
Which makes me think I gotta
signature cocktails is split. I believe it.
I know I can get it. I need to do that because we haven't had peach Lindsay way too long. But the Sherlock is something I stumbled onto. I made this one night, and it's called the Sherlock because I think season 2 or 3 of Sherlock was premiering that night, and I was like, I gave it a name, Sherlock. We love Sherlock, and it's honestly great. It's the drink that we cannot.
It's a great name for the taste. I don't really know how else to say it. It's got a
kind of works for it.
Smoky quality. It's mysterious. It's got I don't know. It just feels right for sitting around in a study trying to solve a mystery, while getting blitzed.
It's very welcoming, and I mean it's and not welcoming, but I mean it's very easy to drink, but yet it feels complex at the same time.
Yes. Well, Anxious Spider-Man, we've made it multiple times in the show, but Jeff can nail it down quicker. What's in it?
I'll rattle it off right here. You need 2. If you make one, you get 2 shots of bullet rye. You need specifically bullet rye. Any other kind of rye, it will taste different. It doesn't quite work. Not that it would taste bad, but bullet rye is the best way to go. Then you do half a shot of cherry hearing, which is a really delicious cherry liqueur. Half a shot of Lillet Blanc, the white. And then a little dash of Reagan's No. 6 orange bitters. Stir it or shake it, whatever floats your boat for that in that case. And it's absolutely delicious.
Yeah, agreed. That is wonderful. I agree. And mine. All right. So I'm starting with. Lex and I have our kind of basics for what we want. I mean, I'd like a variation on an old-fashioned. I think that's my favorite cocktail to get. An old-fashioned at its core is mulled sugar with 4 splashes, good splashes of bitters. You mull that in the glass. Then you stir it up with your whiskey, whatever you're going with, bourbon, rye. You choose. Oftentimes it's bullet for me. And you stir that up with some ice, and then you just express an orange peel over it. You take an orange peel and you just twist it over it. The oils will come out on it, and then you throw that in there. And a cherry if you want. That's always a little bit extra. And that's a basic ass old fashioned. I heard moldy sugar. Mold it. You mull it. Sorry, you mull it. MULL. Yeah, you just crush the sugar. I mean, other people just use simple syrup to avoid the part where you have to crush the sugar, but that's less pure. So it's a very spirit-forward cocktail. It really does a good job of complementing the taste of whatever rye or bourbon you're working with. You're not trying to hide it. I also love pineapple juice in cocktails.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, is it muddle? Sorry, whatever, dude. I'm fucking talking nonsense now. Mole or muddle? Yeah, it's a mole. Oh, whatever.
Mole's
Maybe
a
it's
thing.
muddle. I have
It's
sugar
muddle.
cubes left over from our absinthe try. Hell yeah. So anyways, yeah, so I love an old fashioned. I like pineapple juice in my cocktail. I'd love to do something with smoke. I think if I were to have a different base spirit for a cocktail, it'd be mezcal. Love the smoky tequila.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe I will come up with like a secondary. Oh my God, is this ice? Thank you so much, honey.
Sorry, I just saw.
Hi, no rush.
I was trying to log into YouTube because I'm trying to like play music for her.
Oh,
I
cute.
know that it's like your TV is set, so I like adjusted everything.
Yeah.
And then she was still glued on the TV, and so then I just like.
Is anyone hearing what she's saying?
A little bit.
Okay.
Sorry. Okay. Well,
That's all right.
Anyway, she's dancing to Under the Sea, and it's really cute.
Oh, she's dancing to Under the Sea, and it's very cute.
Oh, cute. Nice.
Yeah. Bring me a glass. I'll make you a some. Do you want rye in it or just Pimms? A little rye. Okay, cool. All right.
I love dancing babies.
She loves music,
Right.
and I'm like so
Yeah.
excited about that. Yeah, she loves music. She loves dancing. She's really into the new, that new Beauty and the Beast live
yeah?
musical thing that just came
Cool.
out. Lexi's been showing her a little bit of that, and she's like entranced by the dancing and the music. And she loves all the music, kind of Sesame Street stuff. Yeah, so
Cool.
it's really fun. What were we gonna say, Jeff?
I was gonna say the girls loved music and dancing as well when they were little. But the thing is, what I'm hoping for you that they recently come into, like especially the last year, is video games as well. So
I mean, that I'm like being superstitious about, not even trying to mention at this point. But yes, I'll be very excited if she loves
Pretty
the fight
awesome.
stick.
I have to actually quickly just like brag because my oh, what do we got there? There she
She
is.
wanted to get under the desk, and Mama wouldn't let her.
Yeah.
Mom.
It's tough. I know.
The the oh fuck, I don't know
You're
what to
just
say.
shaking
I
her.
got distracted
You're
by
just
that
shaking your baby.
Wiggle. That's a wiggle.
the wiggle. You only shake a baby if it's on fire. The girls actually just got like their school musical is gonna be Matilda this year, and my daughter Emily got cast as Matilda in Matilda. Very, very excited.
Oh, amazing!
And
But
my
is the
daughter
other one the
Violet-
understudy, or
No, that would make sense, I guess. No, but Violet is
Right?
playing as kind of the comic relief role. There's a
that was me
dancer.
every single year. That was me.
There's, it makes so much sense. Violet is there's some like a dance teacher or something. Maybe somebody who knows Matilda better than I can say who this is, Mr. something. But yeah, he's like constantly like moving around and dancing. It's like a perfect Violet role. So it'll
How
be
cool.
That's so
Very, very
awesome, man.
excited.
I'm
Yeah.
gonna like lose my mind if and when I see Winnie in a school play. Like I'm just gonna be a mess the whole time.
We were like that with like how you were like with video games. Like we're not gonna like wish for it or like necessarily try. Just like but they just kind of find it on their own.
If they do want to do a play, yeah, I'm the same way with that. Or music or whatever, right? Like those will be the things I'm like, but if you like it, I'm not gonna push it on you, but if you like it.
There is a kid, by the way. El Condor Pasa Suzanne said, "Is a kid playing Mr. Trunchbull?" Yes, and a trans kid. Well, actually, no, wait, no, it's non-binary. Kid named Rubes. It's very cool.
Gender fluid.
Rubes is awesome. I've seen
Latinx.
Rubes. I've seen them in other things as well, and they've been a classmate of my daughter Violet like a couple years before. Rubes is awesome. So and Rubes has got a great personality.
You're
very great.
getting raided, bitch.
Taquito Brown, thank you so much for the raid, my friend. Greatly appreciate you. That is awesome, and I'm jelly, and I cannot wait to support Winnie in these sorts of endeavors. But also, I could see myself getting really into like watching her at sports events. So,
Yeah.
like if she got into that really hardcore, I could definitely get into that really hardcore as well.
Sure.
But anywho, regardless, Thank you again, Taquito Brown, for the raid. Greatly appreciate you. Oh, dude, I went to my son's first school recital and it was a mess. I know, right? It's so funny, too, because I remember we were so, like, embarrassed and, like, whatever about it. Show her a league of their own? Absolutely. Yeah, signature cocktails. So that's what I'm working with, Jeff. Do you have any suggestions? I mean, I'm feeling like I'm moving too close to, like, I don't want to do a Jeff's New Fashion, but I love cherry. I think pineapple juice is definitely like and I was thinking about maybe mulling or muddling or whatever some pineapple, actual pineapple into like the bottom.
Yeah, I think that's a good way to go. And as a good workaround, unless you get like a smoker or something, to actually add that smoke, which would be awesome. I'd love to have one of those.
I'd love to do. Well, so I'll go ahead and say, if you watch, actually, to try to get you to watch the show yet again, if you watch like the first episode of Drink Master, the final challenge for the 3 people that are about to get eliminated is a smoke-based cocktail. And they display like 3 different ways that you can do a smoke-based cocktail.
Okay.
Because there are like and some involve like equipment, and others are a little bit simple. So,
liquid smoke, the actual little condiment liquid smoke in a cocktail before. There's a little barbecue. It's not obviously quite the same as having an actual smoked cocktail, but
what is in the hay and I drink for Carly Lol? Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Alcondra's bringing up the fact that was it? I guess last week, or like a week and a half-ish ago now. I got a little bit of hay in my eyeball, and I had to get medicine and stuff. My eye totally puffed out. It was really. I have a hard time with eye injuries. They upset me.
I've got a story for you in just a second, Carly. You just reminded me, but I'll let you finish it out.
But it got scratched, and then it got infected, and it was like totally good now. But nothing will make you more grateful for just normal, like status quo health. Like my eyes are good again. Everything's groovy. But as far as my cocktail, unless you want to tell your eyeball story. That's you.
Well, go for the cocktail first, because I'm gonna go off on a tangent if I tell my eyeball story. I don't know if I would
call this drink the hay in the eye, but I think that would be interesting. Yeah, entrapment. So I had entrapment on Dig It.
Yeah, I heard about that. Entrapment hit me up about that, and that sounds awesome, man.
Super
That's so cool.
And I was like, my eye was still all wonky, and I was like, I'm not missing this dream though. But I did it anyway. Oh well. So it's, oh my goodness, Roland, a grenade splinter. That sounds terrifying.
Crazy. Also, I made this joke off stream, but Jeff is dressed as a cast member of Rent right now. Yeah. I'm very interested to hear how many minutes are in a year from him at some point during the stream.
That's funny.
Maybe actually someone should. Hey, can someone do me a favor since he's dressed like this? And throw down for a karaoke Rent song from Jeff. I think there's so many that would work really well for him right now. And I just want to get a little emotional, I'm not going to let a wonk guy stop the show. Absolutely.
Yeah, I didn't, but it was still like hard for my ego a little bit, because I'm just like, I'm hideous. I look like a weirdo, because it was also just really uncomfortable. But anyway, that's some good, I think, character building.
So I like Hay in the Eye as the name of a drink, though, because it's a drink that would make you go, like, it's a drink that would make you, upon sipping it, like, squint. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Here's the problem. We have to come up with something for Hay in the Eye, because I don't know what those ingredients are.
All right, well,
yet.
let's start with your go-to spirit and stuff like that. One
of my favorite things is guava juice.
Okay.
And you don't need much of it. I just want to use a little bit. And I think guava in like a jalapeno margarita might be like my ideal, like that's what I want to drink.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah, you like the spicy. You're like Lexi, likes that spicy
not
tequila
too heavy on the guava, because that shit can get really sweet really quickly.
I mean, I think that's already a pretty good start. So you're just talking about, we're talking jalapeno infused tequila.
It doesn't count. Oh, mezcal, lime, and salt. Yes, true.
And that almost could be a Hay in the Eye too. So
But
we're
I feel
talking.
like the hay and I is something a little more farmy.
Do we
You know,
do
in which
we
case I'd go
muddle
whiskey.
do we muddle or mull or whatever the fuck jalapeno into the glass and then pour the tequila in, or do we create jalapeno infused tequila, Jeff? That's kind of my question.
I would think infused.
Yeah, it's really easy to infuse jalapeno, actually, in anything. You have to be very careful with it though, because you can make it like
Way too spicy.
way too spicy. Yeah, the
Yeah.
first
Yeah.
time I ever did it, I was like, the little recommendation I read, I was like, I'll double that. That doesn't sound like it's gonna be very spicy. And it was like drinking like fucking toxic waste. It was
Yeah, and I may ask us to step it up a little bit with some of this stuff next year for cocktails. Like, I would love for, as an assignment, we all have to go and infuse tequila with jalapeno and like show up on a cocktails with a jalapeno infused tequila, and like
I actually have a really good recipe for
Cool.
tequila that I've never actually done on the stream before, but yeah.
Oh, I'm thinking like a New
I like
York
spicy
sour with guava
strawberry,
nectar
too.
instead of lemon. That's
I
not a
think
bad
guava.
idea at all. Oh, yeah. I also want to make a pure sour sometime in 2023, Jeff.
Okay.
Like a pure whiskey sour.
I realize obviously in tonight's
Like not using sour mix, but with the lemon and the simple
yeah,
syrup
yeah.
and
Definitely.
all that.
You know me, I like
Nice
using
appetite.
actual squeezed juice.
Yes, and I promise I will be better about also actually squeezing juice instead of using juice like
I
concentrated
can't promise
shit.
that.
Carly will also.
Yep.
I'm speaking
I
for
can't
Carly
promise
as
it.
her lawyer.
I'm probably just gonna get the
She
juice.
will squeeze the juice. She'll just keep showing up with margaritas on
Hey.
completely different.
What happened? Made it, you know,
No, we had to go to the
that's
Betmo. It wasn't at the all that good stuff. What's happening, Souls the bartender? Welcome to CockTails. I guess it's a good time to
Okay.
bring up what drink we made tonight. We made the Pimms cup. Very simple stuff. Pimms number 1, ginger ale, rye, cucumber. 2 parts Pimms number 1 cup. 3 to 4 parts ginger ale. 1 part rye. Skip this step if you're weak, says Jeff, who made these cards. Who's the guy on the left, not me. Stir lightly. Garnish with cucumber slice. Irrigate self. That means drink. And that's
like
the
to
Pimms
What
cup.
a fun little playhouse you have.
I know, right? Not cool?
The lighting in this
Yeah.
playhouse is glorious. Look at
That
the.
doesn't exist anymore. That was
Oh.
the thing the girls had, because Pim's Cup was like in our first year of doing cocktails. It was one of the early ones.
Yeah.
And I normally like to make the drink up, and this one obviously I didn't. But we put our little spin on it when we do one that it's like a common drink, and so you put the little whiskey
Oh yeah.
in this. So it's good.
Yes,
But,
Souls the bartender. We made a classic cocktail for this one, keeping it pretty simple. But right now we're talking about our signature cocktail. Souls the bartender,
Oh.
your name is literally Souls the bartender. Are you an actual bartender? May I ask how long has Jeff been a bartender? Jeff is a at-home man, mixologist man. He is in no way a professional bartender. In fact, if you'd like to send me your resume, he could easily be replaced by a real bartender.
Oh my god.
I'm kidding, Jeff. I love you so much. Jeff's our it's a hobby of his. It's something he loves.
I'm a self-taught mixologist.
He's also more of a graphic designer. He makes all these awesome cards.
Yeah. the
Don't speak for Jeff Holden. Easily replaced, says Slutty Change. Self-made, says Allie Flint.
but
How detailed do you want my introduction to be? I'd love to. Don't go too crazy. You don't have to go too crazy. But what's your basis? Are you sweating right now, Jeff? We have a real bartender here.
Like on the back of a book jacket kind of thing, where it's just like
There you go.
Souls the bartender has been doing this, and this for the last 3 years. He loves his dog, or she loves her dog. I don't know.
The pitch.
I kind of love this Souls is here because I need help. I want some feedback on. I'm trying to come up with a signature cocktail. The Holdenator probably. I guess I'll call it. Just because that's what my fans call themselves. The
I thought there
Holdenator.
already was a Holdenator drink though.
There's
But
the Holdenadoris.
Yeah, there's been derivations of. There's the Holdenadores, which is a Cinco de Mayo themed Holden drink.
Yeah.
Then there's a wizard and a bruiser. We gotta get Jake back on and do that again. Actually,
Yes, there is a wizard, and I will keep those as the wizard and the bruiser was like perfect.
Oh, I fucking hate this, but you should probably have a drink called the Mommy or something.
The mommy milk. Well, I'd love to. Well, the mommy milk is just a White Russian with actual breast milk.
Yeah.
Which I had on, which I drank
A
on
signature.
this stream. I drank my wife's breast milk and a White Russian on stream, and it was fucking incredible. It's one of my favorite drinks I've ever had in my life. The MILF. The MILF is a great name for it. I bet there's got to be a bar somewhere.
Oh, for sure.
Where there has to be a bar in existence that serves breast milk, White Russian.
Oh, I don't know about that.
Salt and Straw did breast milk ice cream for a little while.
Huh.
Yeah. God, it came back at the wrong time. No, you did not, Lindsay.
Huh.
Welcome, Lindsay.
So I think yours is really obvious, Carly. I wish mine
What
was
would you
right.
call that, though? A guava jalapeno margarita?
A Carl's Bad Speed, probably. Unless you want to call it something like cuter. I would say at least
No,
your
that's
name
cool.
or whatever.
The other, I wanted to come up with a drink that would be called the cut and paste, but I don't think that that's necessarily that drink.
Okay, you just like that name?
Uh-huh.
The Bad Speed. The Bad Speed could be good.
Oh, Bad Speed's pretty nice.
Because it's
Or
jalapeno.
a Carlsbad has a ring to it,
Carlsbad.
again, that feels like a whiskey drink to me.
A little bit, but we're talking jalapeno infused tequila.
Yeah.
We're talking, you said, what was it, guava?
Guava juice.
Guava juice. And then we're just doing, what kind of what kind of citrus liqueur? Cointreau work for you? Or
I would say grapefruit something.
grapefruit
just to go with
liqueur?
that
Okay,
guava.
great, fine.
And it would be
I don't
pretty.
know grapefruit liqueurs, but
Good speed.
you're going to do a margarita that's going to be jalapeno infused tequila, guava juice, grapefruit liqueur for your citrus liqueur. So pretty much
so.
all margaritas have, correct me if I'm wrong, bartender in chat, tequila, a citrus liqueur, lime juice, and that's pretty much it, right? I mean, that's
and Byron's beard clippings on the edge of the glass.
There you go.
yeah.
A
And
sprinkling.
is blue agave
Interesting.
nectar just something you do for Margs, or is that like a standard for Margs? Jeff.
Who, me?
No,
Oh, not
Jeff.
me. Yeah.
Is blue agave nectar something you do
There
for
you go,
Margs, or is that
Travis.
standard for Margs, throwing in the agave nectar?
I
So I know that's what you do for your
there's
marg.
so many different ways of making. I think that's not uncommon to use the blue agave as like your sweetener. But
Yeah.
yeah. I've changed my recipe a little bit from instead of the Cointreau, I now use the Salerno blood orange liqueur, and it's even better. It's so good. So I know
I
that's
can see
rubbing it
that.
in since we get it out there, but it's
I love Cointreau, tequila Cointreau, lime juice,
it's
and
great.
blue agave nectar. All right, Souls Bartender has the resume for us. Let's resume. I am an international mixologist from the EU area and a former 2-star chef of a bar from the Michelin area. I quit being a full-time chef 4 to 5 years ago, and I only do customs and projects / lounge areas for festivals / events in the gaming industry for the Gamescom, e.g. So
Cool.
14 years of general experience, but 10 years of professional bartending. A bartender like me, you won't meet regular unless you pay a lot for your drink. I left out my whole background.
Dude.
Unbelievable. I love this. So help us weigh in. I hope we're not sounding like complete idiots, because I'm sure we are. I
no.
welcome you to this chat. And I don't know how you found that. Were you just perusing Food and Drink, or do you know anything about... I do a podcast called Wizard the Bruiser on Last Podcast Network, along with Page 7. That's where a lot of these people know me from. And a lot of these people have been enjoying CockTails for a while now. We always do a different drink, hang out, listen to music, and talk. I was bored and searched. I love this right now. This is what Twitch is all about, by the way.
That's
This is
nice.
so great. Does Page 7 have a signature? We haven't done a Page 7 either. What is a pop culture? I would love something like a Cosmo for Page 7. And I want to do a Cosmo
I was going to
for-
suggest
Yeah.
something with limoncello. Only because we had limoncello in one of the drinks we had recently, and I think a pick 7 should have limoncello.
I've been enjoying limoncello quite a bit in little dashes and cocktails. So, real quick, for the Holdenator,
useful.
I don't know what whiskey I want. I'm leaning towards rye, but I'm good with bourbon or rye, and I'm not sure exactly like what brand or whatever, or what make, what model. But that, maybe sweet vermouth, maybe it's like more Manhattan-y, but I want it to be kind of based in an old fashioned. I love cherry. I love orange. I'm a big fan of orange, and I love. I love pineapple juice, and I love pineapples. So I think I want it to be bourbon based. I'd like it to have some cherry, some orange, some fucking pineapple, maybe vermouth, sweet vermouth, and maybe definitely bitters. I could go orange bitters. I could go Angostura, Peychaud's. And I like to maybe incorporate smoke if I could, but I haven't really messed with smoke stuff yet. Soul's the bartender. Well, the title I gained from fellow bartenders was Prince of Alchemy as my nick for being a mixologist. I love this. And now, what was your question about grapefruit and agave nectar? Carly was talking about applying. First of all, I asked Jeff, like, agave nectar is part of Jeff's margarita recipe. Is that standard for margarita recipes, or is that kind of
simple syrup?
A Jeff
usually.
thing. Is it simple syrup usually? And then, is there a grapefruit liqueur that would go really well with a jalapeno infused tequila? And all of this is in regards to with guava juice, which is guava juice. So right now, Carly and myself are trying to come up with our signature cocktails. Carly wants to do a jalapeno infused tequila margarita with guava juice. I wonder though
if like the puckeriness of a margarita with guava might be just a little too saccharine.
Yeah,
I don't know. Maybe I'm using the wrong booze. Maybe guava and gin would be better together. I don't know.
I mean,
this is the kind of thing I could think about.
And then we can move also over to Lexi's cocktail is going to be gin, lavender, maybe ginger.
Oh, true.
Much more floral, much more botanical experience is what Lexi's working
I think it was Entrapment. Forgive me if I'm wrong, but somebody said I should do a good speed and a bad speed. I like that.
I like that too. So the good speed would not be the bad speed's jalapeno infused, right?
I think so. I think
the good speed is going to be the like so you may have a guava margarita drink that is separate from the jalapeno infused drink.
What about like a banana, frozen banana blended like base with a little rum.
Whoa! Now we're jumping off. Are you writing stuff down right now, Jeff?
No, this is the good speed. I think it would be kind of creamy, dreamy.
Yeah, Jeff's making some notes right now, which I love. We're talking about our
maybe
signatures,
some peppermint.
by the way. I just mentioned.
I know that's a little weird. What goes in the gummy gum? No, it's not gonna be that. Nuh-uh. It's the Bananarama.
Well, Carly, we're talking like we're having a multiple conversations at once a little bit right here. Carly's talking about she wants to do a jalapeno infused tequila, and she really likes guava juice, and wants to kind of connect those things. And but I just brought yours in. Classic margaritas, tequila, orange liqueur, and lime juice. So the blue agave nectar is like kind of an added
sweetener.
Sweet. And then yours is gin based. We've decided on that, right? And it's going to be we want lavender. We want botanicals in general. We want lavender, maybe ginger. Not ginger. Lavender and ginger.
What was the lavender booze you guys always used to have at your place in Queens?
That my signature cocktail actually already exists, and it's a lavender bee's knees.
Oh, that's cute.
And we also got this guy in who's like a real bartender mixologist guy, so he's helping us out here. Soul's the bartender. You can add agave nectar into a cocktail if you turn it into a syrup to emulsive the cocktail texture more. Which is kind of what you do. That's kind of what happens with the marg that you make, Jeff.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
It's funny because it's made me think actually because I was starting to take notes on this, but there was back when I was in LA last May, I did since I was on a Jackin' with the Holdies episode, I made the Jackin' with the Cockies drink, which is kind of like a margarita. I'm just going to give the recipe right now because it was really good and did get us very hammered pretty quickly, actually.
Yeah.
2 parts Reposado tequila, 1 part lime juice, 3 parts pineapple soda, specifically pineapple soda, and then a half an ounce of agave nectar, and that shit was good and toxic. So.
Yeah, and what is the definition of emulsify, by the way? Emulsify. And grapefruit can also be added into your margarita, but you would need then a bit more sugar content to add bitter components to lessen down the general acidic components. Yeah, okay.
Souls is the real.
Now we're talking.
Souls, I prostrate myself before you. I am completely self-taught. My brief history here of like how I got into this is when my wife was pregnant with our twins, we went on like this sort of little baby moon, and I got this lovely cocktail at this bar, in this really good bar in restaurant bar in Gloucester, Massachusetts, and Lindsay just wanted like a tiny little sip of it. She was like, "Oh God, that's so good! I want that so much," but obviously she couldn't since she was pregnant. And so I wrote down the ingredients. Like, I'm gonna experiment. I'm gonna figure out how to make this drink so she can have it after she's had the kids. And that's what led me down the rabbit hole of like learning how to make as many different cocktails as I can. And I certainly have no professional training of any kind other than just like reading books and watching YouTube videos and stuff. But I have tremendous respect for the craft, and I love doing it. So it's great to have an expert like yourself here.
Right, and we're going to have a competition series on cocktails for the next several months where Jeff and Souls the Bartender will be competing to become the Cocktails co-host of 2023. We're going to start in 2 weeks. We're going to start with I want to see something for a wedding. I want to see something old, new, borrowed, and blue. That is going to be your first assignment, and we'll see who wins. Souls the Bartender, if you would like to become the next co-host of Cocktails, you're going to be matching up with Jeff week to week. I'm completely
Photoshop, motherfucker.
By the way, I'm only making these jokes as if Jeff needs more things to be self-conscious about and like worried about self-esteem wise. I'm giving Jeff.
Allie.
All I do is give Jeff more material for therapy every week. Because, sometimes you show up for therapy, you're like, I don't know, things are pretty good. But now you're going to show up and be like, this guy came in a chat. He's like a real bartender. If you don't make a syrup, the pure agave nectar will not 100% combine with the shaking process, and it will be set down after a time into a thin layer, which will fuck off the whole texture. So, there you go. Okay, cool. Yeah, so you've got to make it a little bit syrupy. I get that. I think I kind of remember that from making the. So you want to destroy him completely? Okay.
He's a good friend.
No. We love Jeff, and I'm completely kidding. Jeff has given us so much good shows. Same goes for honey as well. You have to. So how do you make it into a syrup? How do you create?
I love that you showed up here. That you have you didn't know Holden before this. Or
not at all.
Just, ended up here. I think that's really great, and actually, I am excited to see you here.
I know. Yeah, welcome. Please, I hope you follow. We do this every other Monday. We bring in a new cocktail, and I have been especially after watching the show Drink Master. I've been wanting to up my ante. I want to do some special mixes. I want to work with some smoke techniques. I want to do stuff like that. I want to make some drinks we haven't made before. I want to focus back on, we never make vodka based drinks almost entirely. Never use honey, agave nectar, maple syrup directly. Liquefy it just with water. Oh, so you just stir it up with water? I'm going to start doing this for because I love the blue agave nectar in the margs. Hot water.
Yeah, yeah. That's because when you make simple syrup, actually, that's the way you do it. You just pour sugar into like hot water, and you stir it up, and you get your simple syrup.
Man, baby.
How nice. How nice of you. I don't really play video games.
So what is
the other thing is if you don't liquefy it, you just
1-to-1? Okay. Is it 1-to-1 proportions? You just do like, let's say we're doing a shot of 80-20 ratio. 80-20. What is the what to what though?
The 20 is the water.
The 20 is the water?
Yeah.
I was just about to ask the proportion. That's awesome. So you just mix it up with hot water, then 80-20 for honey and water. What about the agave?
Something that this wasn't so much for for boozy stuff, but at the pie shop we had lemonades. We had different simple syrups you could add to them, and there was a rosemary, a basil, and a blueberry, and that was fucking delicious. I could not decide which one was my favorite, and you could easily take that into a boozy world.
And I mean, I know this is probably a dumbass question, but like, I just heat up some water. I pour some simple 80-20 ratio simple syrup to water into a cup and just stir it.
Just stir. You don't have to stir it the whole time or anything, but if
do we mix or shake rather?
You stir when you do. When I've done simple syrup. Yeah, you just stir it. I'll usually bring it to a boil, let it cool just a little bit, and then pour it in, and then give it a stir, and it will dissolve like almost instantly.
The science behind working with sugar is really fascinating because I made sugar glass for the first time back in October, and
what's up,
that was
Life?
nuts. Because you have to get it to a pretty decently high temperature. I want to say it was 180. And you have to keep it stirring and, do not let it burn, basically.
Man, baby.
And it worked really well. Thanks, friends. Yeah,
Thank you, Chub Life Nick, for the Twitch sub, dude.
And
really
you can pour it all out, right, until it kind of goes like oozes over this wax paper. And then I used graham crackers to shape. I was making windows, and I used graham crackers for the edge and just kind of like filled in the mold. But if let's say you're like drizzling the sugar with a spoon or something, you can make spikes and like crazy shit too. Like spider webs.
Like the No Doubt song? Speaking of No Doubt songs, $5 for a toast to roast you, $10 to choose one of us to perform karaoke. You choose the song, $30, and we will finish our drink. Ladies and gentlemen, there's the link right there. Soul's the bartender. Turn off your stove, let the water simmer a bit, then pour in the honey /maple/agave and simmer it for 1 minute to 2 minutes. So really combine under the heat and cook it in. Oh my God, I totally get that. Yeah, I'm doing that.
There you go.
About, like letting it, you let it simmer for a little while. Oh my God, see, I'm so fucking.
Slightly change. Maybe your drink could have a spun sugar glass spider web, like, decor on the side there.
All right, Soul's the bartender testing you. What is a shrub? He's not gonna be able to answer this. He's an He's not had no formal training. I'm the biggest bitch you will ever meet. Says Soul's the bartender.
I used to trim my grandfather's shrubs.
Is it weed? Is it weed?
It's a big weed.
What is a shrub?
Soul's bartender.
I'm surprised you didn't immediately Google bartender shrub.
Here. So I'm Holden's a full-on bitch, and it's like so that's great. You're right.
I can answer this. It is a sweet and sour syrup made by infusing fruit, sugar, and vinegar, which is very obvious knowledge.
That,
I took a couple of classes back in the day, and yeah. Jeff, all you had to do was Google bartender shrub.
He's not a liar, though. Jeff is a genuine man. He's not going to lie to people.
I dabble.
I'm all about transparency, honesty. I don't know what a fucking shrub is. I've never used it in a cocktail. You know what? It's straight up bartender.
That's interesting, though.
Or Soul's. Sorry, I'm calling you Shrub the bartender. Soul's the bartender. You can kick my ass in a bar off, but.
Oh yeah, we always go to the local bar. Can you move like that? Can you make movements like that? Like, did you know what the guide to the Michelin star of gastronomy is? Yeah, I mean, for sure. We know the Michelin Guide. I do know the Michelin Guide. I don't really.
Yeah, Michelin we do know.
But I will say this.
Like stars and stuff.
Couple more question for Souls. First of all, wife's looking for a gin-based cocktail with lavender, honey. If there's anything you want to throw in for a signature cocktail. B, do you have a signature cocktail, Souls the bartender? And C, lavender, maybe lavender and honey? No, gin-based lavender and honey. Something that'd be interesting. Something that'd be a signature, something different. You know what I mean? Oh, tea. Actually, she does love tea as well.
Okay, this is maybe, I don't know, a little basic to some, but there is a seltzer that is a white tea and apple, and it's caffeinated, and it's delicious, and it's a great mixer.
And I would also ask you, could you give us a couple of cocktail names so we can look up the recipes that you think we should do on the show in 2023? This is our last stream of 2023. So gin, honey, lavender, maybe one more thing, something. Let's see. Let me describe Lexi for you. She's like so sweet and so nice and kind, and she's a great mom. Maybe limoncello. I don't know. She doesn't actually know. She doesn't like limoncello that much at all.
Oh, bummer.
Lexi's my wife. She popped in earlier. I don't know if you were here for that, but she came in to grab her drink. We're both trying to come up with our signature cocktails. Mine, I wanted to be. She really
loves astrology.
Mine, we both just decided we want to start experimenting and coming up with a signature cocktail like the Lexi and the Holdenator or the Holden. Mine, I want it to be bourbon-based, pineapple, cherry, orange, love orange.
If you need a wife? Oh, God.
OZ or MLB. How did you even write that? What is that? What is that even?
I don't know what that's.
Who even finds that?
OZ or ML Fancy B, which I don't know what it means.
That is a German letter. Wow, I don't even know. I don't know German letter. All right, I know. First of all, Kanye. Second of all, I don't know German letters.
On your keyboard.
I was getting European.
Oh, that's right. EU. That's right.
If you're UK or on the continent, but I'm suspecting.
Wow, slutty change, please. Don't bring up baby is a wife. Is it for? It is for my question. Button.
It's
see. It's a p sound. I don't know how to answer your question. I feel like I've been made stupider this entire stream. I was already called a stupid asshole by Carly's dude for saying Latin X instead of Latinx. And now I don't know how to pronounce OZ or MLB. Do you want a recipe in ounces or milliliter variations? You are American. Yes, I'm American. Bad brain, mean man, stupid hand, dumb idiot. Ounces for sure. Ounces. Yeah. We're ounces. All right, Red Age, don't give me kanji. Fuck this. I said ounces. Right back, going to make the cocktail. Oh, wow. Okay. That's cool.
Oh,
you sent us like a picture of it or something?
I can't tell if Souls the Bartender is honestly like...
So it says Latinx and so it's Mexicans. There you go. Sote, by the way. But I say sote like a complete fuckface. It's not kanji, it's Hanzi. Whatever, Red H! What about me, Jeff? Says Souls the Bartender.
I was saying I couldn't figure out for a while when you said fuck this. I was like, I couldn't tell if you were honestly like I'm done with these assholes and you were just like reading, or if you were just that was referring to something else. And I'm like, I now want to impress you.
You're like these people have a stream called CockTails. There's 54 people watching, which is no slouch. And they have no idea what they're talking about. Please go make a cocktail. And we love having you here, Souls. It's so fascinating. Thank you so much.
I feel like Luke Skywalker trying to do Jedi shit on his own. He's doing it for a couple years. Things are going well. Suddenly Obi-Wan Kenobi shows up. It's like, what the fuck are you doing? Yeah. What are you doing? That's not a lightsaber. What do you do? What do you...
Well, anyways, what was I going to say? I use them interchangeably, sote and saute. Yeah. Well, so. I feel like at this point, at a point you know someone long enough, it'd be like less. It would be disingenuous to like start saying sote, right? For me,
yeah,
and
I go back and forth a bit. I still call like
whatever
Claire Nuka. For whatever reason, she's just always Nuka in my mind. And it's not that I don't know and love her name.
And it becomes especially glaringly funny when you meet in person. That's when it becomes hilarious because you're just like, I'm calling Cammy Camstar all night. I'm calling,
And it's like, so you're just
it's
so
slutty change, even though I know it's Mitch.
better.
It's slutty change, right? I say Soat the giant scrote. So there you go.
There you go.
Red Age. I only called you Red Age the entire time. Whatever, sprawled out. I know you're co-hosting the show with me right now. Souls, I hope you're enjoying. I would like to know what cocktail you made. And what are we doing here? 6:24. We have a little over a half an hour left.
Do you have any songs?
No, but let me pump that.
Okay.
We have no songs to sing. Here are the incentives right here. Any song you want, there's the link right there. Please, could we close out with, I would love another song for Carly or me or Jeff. But you killed that, by the way, Carly. That was really, really good. Don't Stop Me Now is a great karaoke
Isn't that
track
fun?
for you. Very fun.
It's like a big old good time.
And I just want to say it's just been such a pleasure to do this stream with you guys. It's been a minute since we've all been together. And y'all have been hilarious and fun and great tonight. And I just appreciate the company and doing the stream for sure. And my
excellent Monday.
My last thing I was going to say was I wanted to maybe why don't we do a little share around? People in chat, you can join us. This is the last CockTails of 2022. Any kind of thoughts about the end of the year, what this year was for you? I know, damn, Carly, I feel like this is a bit of a year of loss for you, but also some like really cool new beginnings as well. Kind of like a big transition. Like last year was actually more the transition year for you. This year, I feel like you've settled in, and
I feel super at home in Kansas now. And I love living here. I've got a really amazing family. Like it's homey, and I love hanging out with all the kids. And I'm so fucking fortunate because they're all awesome too. Like they're just like stunning children. I can't wait to get to know them. Like they're just leveling up so fast that it's just
I'm with you on that. You always had some affinity for kids since I've known you.
Oh yeah.
I'm now a kid person. Like it's so much fun to be a kid person. It's kind of like getting into anything new and all of a sudden some door is opened up for you, and now like when you go out and you see that thing in public, you're like, oh hell yeah. And now it's kids, and kids are everywhere, and every time I see a little kid now, it's a completely different experience from before Winnie.
That's cool.
Oh yeah, I mean right, like you see little kids
like kids just from teaching. I mean it's nice because you get to know a ton of kids all at once, and it's like wild and crazy. But not to just be all sweetie pie. Yeah, like I lost my kitty cat in November, and that was crazy because I had him for 18 years, and I've adjusted at this point to it, but I still think about him every day. And there's a lot of animals here, so that's nice. I can kind of still love on a lot of different. Huh?
Gabriel loves you.
Oh, Gabriel. There's this old horse who's just
nice,
such a sweetheart, and he'll just lay his head right here, and we just cuddle for a bit. And
it
doesn't even. He's got poop on his face, so you just have to like accept it. That's the thing about horses; you just have to accept that they roll around and they're gross and dirty and dusty. But man, are they cool! They're totally different from any animal I've ever been around. And I think that's the whole like the grand scope of Kansas. Like this is totally different from anything I've ever done before, and it's really cool.
Any thoughts about a new cat anytime, or where are you at with that?
Well, we do have Panther, who we've had for about a year, and she's the dog who I had to train not to kill chickens. She has passed her class, but she still needs we need to get her to stay on the farm so that we can let her loose and like she doesn't leave. So it's going to be a long training process, but dog training is fascinating. And then I've done a whole bunch of like artistic things with kids recently that feels really good. So as far as moving forward into like the next year, I need to sort of get like, I feel good about the streams. I feel awesome about the streams. I've had so many people come and tell me that stuff I've worked with them on or like streams I've done have made an impact on their life, and that's fucking huge to me.
Love it.
It's incredible. I want to get my artwork kind of, it's tough. I'm in a small town. Like I need to probably move it around and get to like explore a little bit with where to put my collages, because I still feel really awesome about the artwork I make. So
Hell yeah.
I'm excited for like cracking the code, because I do feel like the life element, like the comfort level is pretty awesome. Like I'm very happy. I'm just kind of like I'm stuck in some circumstances when it comes to like grief with pets, or trying to figure out what kind of job I can have here.
Totally. Anxious Spider-Man says, speaking of eating chicken, I'm going to go make some food. I love y'all and miss Jeff and Carly. It was a pleasure meeting you, Holden. I'm going to say goodnight. Bye, everyone. Have a good one, Anxious Spider-Man. It was so fun hanging out with you after the show. It was like a real treat for me personally as well. Jeff,
sorry for talking too much, but it's more like
you're not talking too much. This is the stream. We got
I know,
30
but
more
they
minutes.
like these things coexist together. It's never like I'm totally in love with having all this time with the kids and the family and like all those like cool memories that are being processed. But then there's also other stuff that's like kind of tough, and I don't think you ever get often anyway, where it's like all the stars align. So I think if anything, I'm getting better at kind of like working with that. Just like leveling it out.
Lindsay's
Use a little bit of the good to work out some of the bad.
As I move into Jeff, asking Jeff the same question, Lindsay said ups and downs this year. Some sadness, some illness, and some super positive things too. Jeff, would you agree with that sentiment? And what do you have to say about this year?
Yeah, I actually do. I do agree with that. I feel like this year for me was really,
Man, baby, thank you, Deadly Moogle. Keep going.
I feel like this year was for me was kind of like catching up from the previous year, which was a lot harder, a lot in terms of money and jobs and just we're settling in. We had this new house.
Concurred. It's a big catch-up year from having a baby and moving, just trying to get my bearings again and everything. Yeah, totally.
They're probably even more so for you, but I feel like 2022 was really about I got my job and settling in there and things went really, really well, and I feel very optimistic for 2023. I feel like things are going really, really well work-wise, and now I want to incorporate that into like just my own personal works too. And I'd love to start writing again and doing things like that, like personal projects as well as what I got going on with work. So that's. And I feel like I'm in a good position to start getting back into that as well. So that's what it is.
So I love it. So it says this year started off so bad, then a bunch of awesome people helped me turn it around, and now I'm so insanely happy and looking forward to a major change next year. I'm very thankful for all of you for keeping me sane and helping me out. Love it, man. Ali Plante says, Jeff, it was good to see you. Thanks for bartending. I hope you're still taking Holden's calls in the new year. Absolutely. And Allie, I'm so excited for your vacation for you. Your drunken vacation.
Thanks,
and
Allie.
Soul's the bartender. The tada I have fun with is 2-ounce London Dry or New Western Dry, 75-ounce lime juice, 0.75-ounce lime juice, 0.35-ounce hibiscus cirrus, 0.66-ounce dry vermouth, 0.5-ounce lavender liqueur, 3 dashes lavender bitters, hard shake, Boston shaker, 20-second rocks glass served over big ice cube, garnished twisted flamed blood orange peel with a maraschino cherry. That sounds so good. I'm definitely copying and pasting this into like my notes.
You also delivered that recipe like a fucking
Beautifully.
Lone
That
Star.
sounds like Lexi's wet dream, so I'm just going to go ahead and post that down.
That's what it should be
here.
called, Lexi's Wet
Lexi's
Dream.
wet dream. Yeah,
Cute.
there you go. That's her signature. That sounds awesome, man. I love that. And you asked anything else. Yeah, how was this year for you, man? We're talking about how our year was. My next, I'm just going to like email this to her. Maybe
I do
your
like what
signature.
I like what Slutty Change also said. This year was half a shit sandwich and half a very tasty Sammy.
Yeah, kind of felt that way. Mine, definitely a rebuilding year for me. This is the year that I actually fell in love with like being a dad, I think. I'm finally there with it.
Oh, nice.
I like love hanging out with my Winnie girl. I had such 2021 was this like giant transition year in every way. Difficult, very difficult, but I'm starting to get a grip back to it. Yeah, I hear that. This year was half a shit. Yeah, you already read that. But yeah, last year was the big, like, I moved to LA, we had a baby, I started driving again, like, you know, because I was living in New York, for anyone who might not know, aka Souls the Bartender, and people like that. So I was like, moved from the big city to another big city, but one that needs cars, and then had a baby.
And one that needs baby stuffs.
And then early baby stuff sucks. I agree with Nick Turner, who said everyone lies about the first 3 months. It fucking blows. There are beautiful moments. There are tear-jerking beautiful moments in the first 3 months. But unless you are a baby person, which I think is kind of rare, it fucking sucks. Like, largely. There are and it is those beautiful moments that keep you in it. And Chub Life Nick, my son is 2, and I'm so stoked that I can sleep again, dude. Yeah, Winnie is at 16 months, and we're kind of sleeping again. I tried to warn you, but no warning matters to prepare you. Absolutely. I want to teach Holden how to drive like a race car driver. Oh, my God. This one's called Oh Christmas Tree. Gin, rosemary, maletti, bitters, and grapefruit. That sounds pretty good. But yeah, I this is the year where I feel like, at least by the end of the year, I went through, I think most of the year, I would say, was struggle and not great. And I think you guys maybe caught a sense of that, even through my like fun, quote unquote, streams and stuff like that. I was dealing with a lot of internal negativity, external negativity. I really had to push past some stuff, and I feel like the big turning point for me was actually the Indianapolis, Grand Rapids, Last Podcast on the Left shows. And going into those shows, I was like, I need a win. I need some kind of like moment of like, I don't know, just something that just feels like I succeeded, because lately I've just been fucking bashed over the head with a lot of like not great news or struggly kind of stuff. And thank you, by the way, everybody, for writing in. I'm going to read these comments. And it was around that moment where I had to perform in front of, I think it was the first night was 1,700 people, and the second night was over 2,000 people. And I was winging it. And I was replacing, Jackie and I were replacing Marcus. And everyone's there to see the boys. And yes, there were a lot of people happy that we were there, but at the end of the day, we're like the replacements, and we haven't rehearsed, and this is totally loose and insane. And we got up in front of that many people and riffed essentially for like an hour and a half, and it was fucking crazy, and it was a win, man. We had such a good time. There were so many laughs. Like, we got through those shows, and that kind of turned everything around for me. And we went off on this tour together, and it was so fun and funny, and like, just, I don't know. And I had some hard conversations with even the guys and with Jackie about being negative and like, having a certain kind of mental approach to things. And it made me realize, like, I am looking at this is all gradient. Like, I'm looking at this all fucking wrong. Like, I have a great situation. Things are going to be fine. I can do it. I'm worthy of it, whatever it is. And, I'm ready to keep making it happen in 2023. And there's just a lot of big, great things, I think, heading our way in general. Red Age Prop. This year was full of a lot of stress. Had a great summer, but from August on, it was kind of shit. Lost the grant, the funds, my position, but then I got promoted. I lost 2 people I thought would be friends with me forever, and I'm still recovering. Now I have very few friends who live around me, but I'm ready to put myself out there and make new friends and heal. I hope so, man. You definitely deserve it. It was awesome meeting you, dude. And
one thing about making new friends, because ever since college, you know, all these assholes have been my buddies. And I've been so lucky to like have just like an instant crew. Moving to Kansas, to a small town, is like an entirely different vibe, you know. Everybody's known each other forever, and the whole conversation is just, it's very different because everyone has known each other since they were children. Redditch, what I'm getting at is sometimes you just run into the right person, a random person, they could be anywhere, and they're just excellent, and you've made a new friend. And it can be like that simple. So don't get frustrated if you throw yourself out there a little bit, it's not quite clicking, because all it takes is one amazing person.
Yeah. It can always happen
like,
too, but you do just have to put yourself out there, and you know when you have to. You know when you can be more closed down, but
it's so exciting when you make a new friend and you actually get that fresh introduction of like, so what are you into? So what sort of things are you passionate about? And like, where are you from? And like you start exchanging stories. There's nothing like it when you find somebody who's like just on the same wavelength, and Redditch, that's totally gonna happen.
Souls the bartender, my mentor and a close friend died. I had to roll into 5 to 6 different roles all in one. Being a big brother, chef for my company and manage it, be a friend and help my people out, be a son for my mother and support her, and as well try to fit into the role of my father because he gave 0 shits, and all of that together broke up after my grandfather got very, very sick. Man, that's a heavy fucking year, bro. Yeah, absolutely. This is about 10% of the shit that happened. Oh my God, Souls. Well, welcome, man. That sounds like a tough year, bro. I hope it turns around for sure. It kind of sounds to me like a little bit of my 2021. I was just in the dark for sure. I mean, I give you guys some of that, but I try not to give too much because I get to the point.
It's hard to know.
Well, also
like
the complaining. I mean, you complain. You know, I've had a couple of turnaround moments where people really put things in perspective. You're like, you're complaining? You know, and I get that it's like, yeah, you're allowed to have issues. But, you know, at the end of the day, we're fine. And I'm fine. And things are really a lot harder for a lot of people. And it's just very true. So
I just struggle sort of a little bit more with when I was really blue. You know, I didn't want to be a fucking bummer, man. I just wanted to, like, put it away. And what's tough is I also want to share because I think all of us go through blue shit. And it is comforting in those times to know that it's fucking everybody.
Yes.
Just in different shapes and sizes, you know, like it's all just different elements, you know?
And yeah, so those last podcast shows were really great and really turned my head around on a lot of things. I was just in you get into a fail state where you're like, everything is going to blow up kind of thing, you know? Mm-hmm. And I know Jeff knows this very much so. I think you and I connect more mentally than you realize, by the way, Jeff. Like, I like to make fun and stuff or whatever, but I think I think it's because I relate so much to what you openly talk about when you talk about your.
I never take it personally. Anytime you're like,
no.
You know.
Right.
Talking about me like being sad all the time or something.
Or being replaced by the Souls the Bartender, although I will be doing that competition starting in January, where Souls the Bartender will bring in a cocktail, you'll bring in a cocktail, and we'll taste test
the cruelty of it is too good to miss. Like, you just have to be.
Holden, would you be up for a spontaneous cocktail? You tell me what you got, and I give you a recipe for you to try now. Oh my goodness.
So I also had not exactly the same idea, but when we were talking about themes or cocktails to make, I think we should make 3 like cheap ass cocktails. so that when you
Budget
let's say
cocktails, yeah.
yeah, like not the fancy shit, but just the real solid, easy peasy, like tasty, cheap shit. Because I mean, I love it. The fact of the matter is, like, the only reason I don't try a cocktail is because of price.
Right.
Like bringing all the bottles home can be fucking hardy.
Very much so.
Maybe there could be some cocktails out there that are like your bang for your buck, and yeah, bootleg. There you go. I like that.
If this was the beginning of the stream, I would take you up on this. We have 15 minutes left.
Oh, true.
I have to piss. I'm pretty drunk. I'm going to tell you what, those souls. Or would you be down to toss us a cocktail recipe for the next? We're going to do cocktails again on the 2nd of January. That is 2 weeks from now. I would love to have you throw down a cocktail for us, and I will absolutely make it on stream. Off the top of my head, by the way, I mean, I can tell you what I kind of have off the top of my head, but I can't run in the back. If it wasn't 15 minutes left till I have to end this and then go take care of my baby and make dinner and stuff, I would totally do this.
And I'll make the cards for it too if you want to do this.
Yeah.
And also, but bear in mind, we may not have access to everything that you have access to, so it should be pared down just enough that it's like easily findable ingredients for us. But yeah,
it is a factor.
Thank you,
like
Chubb
today,
Nick, for the MF Doom Vomit Spit.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, Vomit Spit that involves 2 ounces of high pulp orange juice and 1 ounce Jägermeister mint toothpaste. Amazing stuff.
No kidding, Vomit Spit.
What I do have in my apartment right now, I could actually kind of... I have a protege now for 3 years, and he and one of my close friends, which I trained for bartending now for the Rona time, we all rolled into a bartending competition together, and to make it fair for them, they gave me 7 restrictions, dude. I love it, dude. Well, welcome to the family, man. I hope you give it a follow or whatever so you know when we're streaming. We do cocktails every other Monday. If you send us a great cocktail recipe, Jeff will make cards like he's made. This is just like the beginning, by the way, of the kind of cards Jeff's more of a graphic designer than he is even a...
Yeah, I did this I did these like 2 years ago.
But he will absolutely make a custom set of slides completely differently for whatever you got. DM me whisper me on Twitch. We'll absolutely make it. And I would totally give you the challenge of make me a cocktail with what I have in my apartment next stream if you join us like closer to the beginning, because that sounds great. Because I have like what, rye, bourbon, Pimms, sweet vermouth, dry vermouth, Cointreau, Lillet. We just got some fruit in, so I know we have some strawberries, some banana.
We've done that before, actually.
There's already a Tay Tay.
Sort of like pick whatever we've got in the liquor cabinet and just kind of try to invent something new. So it would be fun to do that again.
We got
somebody be able to throw challenges at us.
I know, right? That'd be kind of fun. We got Campari.
Yeah, I like it.
So you want a spontaneous cocktail and a recipe beforehand? Send us a recipe, and next time we do this, I will rattle off all the shit I have in my minibar, which is gonna pretty much be what I just said. And
we can get most of those things here in Kansas, but we can't get Pimms for some reason. That's the first one that has ever stumped us.
Yeah, Pimms wasn't at the Ralph's. We had to go to the liquor store, but Pimms Cup is it's pretty standard. But also, I totally get it that it might not be.
The Tay Tay cocktail. What was it called? It was called something else.
The Midnights. I can pop it up. Let me pop it up.
Chartreuse. Do we have chartreuse? I don't know.
Midnights. Oh, the cocktail I did, the Midnights.
Yeah, I'll put it up in on the slideshow.
That was the blue Cointreau one, right?
Yeah, Midnight Swifty.
That's what it was. Midnight Swifty. There you go.
So it's gonna be.
Bartender also, bear in mind.
Let's make it like that. I will send you a recipe beforehand, and we will do another one spontaneous. I love this. Isn't this great? And make friends with Jeff as well. He's sprawled out. So the Midnight Swifty was 1 part vodka, 1 part blue curacao, 1 part ginger beer, 1/2 part limoncello. This is when things get seedy and weird. That's, by the way, this was the limoncello drink. 3 parts Prosecco.
That's a good drink, though.
Ice.
I liked it.
Be one with drink meld. You were the drink is you. So yeah, that was.
We just had so much limoncello for a while, and we kept running out of mixers, and it was like, throw some limoncello in it, and it was fun.
I don't think we have one. Does anyone want to close us out with a karaoke song?
I want
anyone?
While they're thinking about it, can I just say super quick that Thursday we'll be doing some karaoke over on my Twitch channel, Carl's Bad Speed, and then tomorrow will be Lady Death Squad if you want to play some video games with us. Camstar, Nuka, Blue Vitriol, Kilonius on some occasions. Yeah, come hang out.
Hell yeah. I love it.
Because the holidays are coming up, and I think we'll be able to actually not really cancel too much.
I'm not going home for the holidays, so I'm going to be streaming more than normal.
Nice.
Yeah, because I missed out so much while I was away doing live shows, going on tour. So, yeah, very excited to do some extra streaming for you guys. I want to play some more Sonic Frontiers. I want to kill a homeless guy on stream like I always said I was going to do. I want to suck a homeless guy's dick on stream like I said I was going to do. I will be in your stream talk then as well, but I won't be there with a cam. No, yeah, of course. Yeah, come into the chat. Maybe eventually we could have you on as a guest. It'd be fun, but this is fun. I love that we have this guy in here. This is great.
I feel like the shoehorn has gone in. Me out of this,
Jeff's going to get a replacement complex. Jeff, you're very talented and charming and fun, and I would never replace you with some random European guy.
So many shelves with so many people in this chat. You need to
trust me. This is the one time thing.
The shelves.
This guy doesn't want to have anything to do with it. Yeah, he's doing us a favor right now. Yeah, he's not signing on to co-host. I mean, it's unbelievable.
I'm excited to have you in chat here, though.
I guess we got 10 minutes left. I'm going to pump again the karaoke song. If you want to leave us with one final karaoke song, chat, there's the link. Bowiski, thank you so much. All hail the Lizard King. Skala! What are you looking towards in 2023? I'll start my thing to give you a chance to digest it and come up with an answer. I will start. I want to just go to a big dumb resort with Lexi and Winnie. I want to take them to a family idiot resort. I want to lay there for multiple days and do as little as possible while also entertaining a baby. / toddler. I have a toddler now, actually. Lego World, that's where I should go. I want to go somewhere that has multiple I want to cruise on land. I want to go somewhere we can drive to that has multiple pools, preferably on a beach, with like a bunch of dumb games and events happening, and we decide to be a part of whatever we want, right? I want to just a lazy river of a family vacation.
Water park with a kid is like the first time is so awesome. I look forward to when you get a chance to do that.
There's a Legoland in Tampa Bay, but
There's
being mean to me.
That's also
I want to go. Is there anything in California? I mean, everyone says Mexico, but I'd love to even just drive somewhere in California. I'd like to not have passports involved. I'd love to just drive somewhere in California that's just like a stupid resort that has like a water slide and an arcade or whatever and like dumb shit, and we just fuck around for a week. And and I want to go to the Dells really bad. We drove past them.
They're fun.
Jeff, never compare yourself with me. That is the biggest mistake you can make, says Souls the bartender. I have achieved and gained a lot as a bartender, but through that, I had to pay a huge price on it and lost a lot as well. I'm still not sure if the success was worth it, especially the Michelin area of gastronomy is a whole other universe compared to the regular gourmet fine dining gastronomy of the regular stars. I agree, goddammit. Absolutely, I agree. You have two beautiful twin daughters. You're living out in Staten Island. There's a man with a knife outside of your house right now. I mean,
I promise not to compare myself to Souls the Bartender anymore this evening.
Thank you. So. You've done well for yourself. You don't know what a shrub is or a shrubbery, but you've done well for yourself. I love you in chat, Souls the Bartender. You're so fun and great to talk to. Those are monsters. And if you have no ego or high self-esteem, you will fall just by that. Agreed. Fucking agreed, dude. You rule, Souls the Bartender.
Life lessons, brother.
I know. When
feel
we
like-
drove past the Wisconsin Dells, by the way,
Oh, yeah.
and it was I wanted to be there so bad. That's a water park
It's so
town, if you
fucking
don't
cool.
know. Yeah. Have you
Remember
been?
that? Yeah, I'm Wisconsin.
I know you're Wisconsin, but that doesn't mean
forget.
you've been to the Dells and like did the Dells.
I did when
You went
I
to-
was little though.
What was
When I
your? Do you
little.
remember like your favorite? Was Noah's Ark the one, or
No,
what was the one?
they're tiny memories. I don't have even stuff like that. I was very little.
I love Souls of Bartender. To be a true master, you will be an eternal student. I think
Love
you guys
it.
got to link up too, Jeff. And I'm down to link up too because I'm getting more serious about the mixology thing as well, my friend. So
Well,
I just like learning
honestly-
things. I like
honestly, that's
random knowledge.
there's like 10
I
huge
feel that way
resorts.
actually
Yeah.
about graphic design. So
Yeah.
about art direction. and-
That's actually the thing. You guys could
Yeah,
help
I
each
actually-
other out. He's more the graphic design master.
yeah. Don't judge me based on the ridiculous slides I do.
No one's you're good.
I like him, but that's not.
No. That's pretty much the extent of his skills.
Yeah.
It's the slides. Well, this has been so fun. I'm going to make one last petition for donos. You guys have been great. Thank you for these subs. There's the link if you want to help us close out with a
been
karaoke
great.
song. It's just $10. Any song you want.
you
Any
love
one of us will
Carly.
sing it. Thank you for the toast, the roast. The amazing times tonight has been awesome. I'll be back tomorrow night with the Money Pit. Wednesday, we've got Cup of Ho in the morning. We've got the Watch Along in the evening
yeah.
as well. Hell yes. You've got the Muppet Christmas Carol Watch Along. You've got Thursday morning games. And Friday, I'm going to do something special. I don't know what I'm going to do. Maybe I'll hit up Ed. Maybe Ed will join me for a Jack and replacement. We'll do Holden and Ed, drink beer, and talk shit. I'm going to stream extra as much as I can next week. I'm also going to do my full schedule. And Souls the Bartender says, before we depart, I would like to do one other thing. As I'm going to give you guys that prompt. Carly and Jeff, before you depart, you're going to do one other thing, and I want you to tell me what that thing is here, right now.
Like before I die?
Before you depart this stream tonight,
Oh, okay.
Carly, you're going to do one other thing. What's that other thing, Carly?
The first thing I was going to say was fuck.
Wow, you're going to have sex
it's-
on stream.
No. It was funny.
Right.
I put myself in these situations. I'd love to sing something, but if we don't, that's okay.
I put the link
will
out there.
also-
It's the least I can do, you know.
Oh,
what
I know, bud. I just
and the most. It's also the most I can do.
it just is fun to do. I don't know. I'm in good shape. I think I've paced myself
I know,
rather
right? I gotta make,
nicely
like, a-
for chugging that entire
I'm
margarita
gonna
right
make like
away.
a full HelloFresh dinner after this. While Souls the Bartender is gonna do one other thing. Jeff, what one other thing are you gonna do for us right now?
What one other thing am I going to do for you right now?
Before you depart the
Yeah.
stream, you're gonna do one other thing. What is it?
I'm going to shake my ass like I mean it.
All right,
you go.
give it to
There you
us.
go.
Show it to us.
But do
God
you
damn
mean
it.
it?
Wow.
There it is. It's back there,
Wow.
folks. He means
Man.
it. You heard
He
the
really
man.
does have stripper hips. I mean, it's beautiful. Wow.
I've
There was
never
humping, there was
heard you
swaying.
say that to Jeff before. That's nice.
I'm so glad I finally got to see the room Jeff's in. I only looked at it once, and I was like, I'm too drunk to be in this room because if you want to transition the camera over, I was so
it's too
scared to be
cool, right?
near that thing.
Yeah,
He
yeah.
opened the door. He was like, there's that thing. There's the Millennium Falcon crazy-ass Nintendo set or whatever. And I was
Yeah,
like,
that looks like art supplies and shelves and stuff.
I
love
didn't
it.
look at. I meant to look at it one more time on my way out, and it didn't happen. All right,
Oh.
Souls, what is the final thing? Because we got to get out of here. We're almost done here. We've
Okay,
got 2 minutes
well,
left.
Souls is okay. This is kind of fun and random. A friend of ours is giving their kiddo a microscope for Christmas, and
Nice.
accidentally ordered 2 like of the same slides, and said to me, "Can you do anything with these? Because it doesn't make any sense to return them." And I'm gonna take a Dremel and like carve, make some earrings, I think, out of these little microscope slides. And they have all different kinds of things, like canary feathers and cat hairs and sheep hairs, and I don't know. I'm excited about this.
Cool.
This little idea.
That's fucking
Mike-
rad, dude.
Because then people are like, "What are your earrings?" And it's like, "Well, it's microscopic. What you don't get it?" Like, obviously. I don't know. I think that's entertaining. Kind of excited about it.
I love it. Awesome.
And I've
All
been
right.
making hats for months. I've made perhaps 7 hats for Christmas.
That's
I'm a
nice.
hat making machine. Yeah, they look
That's
great.
scary.
I'm very. Why is it scary?
I don't know. It's nice.
Everybody likes a hat, especially if it suits you. You know. That's how I feel.
All right.
Cold.
I've been at bated
I'm gonna
breath,
crochet.
wondering what Souls the Bartender's one last thing is,
I'm
but
gonna
I also
show you.
have to piss my brains out, and we're at the end of the stream. So, Souls, let us know what the one last thing is, or I am getting out of here. I think we're going to raid Art Smackdown, as per usual. Okay, here we go. 2 ounces of whiskey, 1 ounce apple, pear cinnamon shrub. Okay, that means you add vinegar with the pear and the cinnamon.
Screenshot.
1 ounce apple jack, 6 dashes Agnostura bitters, shrub 250 gram, I believe, sugar, 225 apple cider vinegar, fresh apples, fresh pear, 2 to 4 cinnamon sticks, and nutmeg. Shrub 50-50 fruit ratio. Merry Christmas. Holy shit. Did you capture it? Did you get it?
I did, yeah.
Okay, great. All right. I'm going to rely on Jeff's screen capture of that. Thank you so much, Souls the Bartender, for this recipe. Thank you so much, everybody, for joining us for Cocktails tonight. I'll be back with the Money Pit tomorrow night at 8 p.m. ET. Join us for that. I'm going to raid Art Smackdown. Carly, what do you got to say?
I'll be streaming tomorrow, Wednesday and Thursday as well. Carl's Bad Speed on Twitch. So if you want to hang out anytime this week, please do swing by because everybody's lovely, and thanks for coming.
I love it. Jeff, what do you got to say?
Happy holidays, Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, Happy Hanukkah, all friends, old and new. Great to see you here, and thanks for showing up. We'll see you in 2023.
Have a good one, everybody. I'm rating Art Smackdown. This has been Cocktails. You guys have been a blast. Shout outs to everybody I got to meet in person on our tour. Shout outs for our new friend Souls the Bartender. It's just been absolutely a delight, and this was such a fun stream. You guys are amazing. I'm gonna go make dinner for my fucking fam. Have a good one. Take care. And here is the closing video. You know it. You love it. Oh my God. Stick around for the raid, Art Smackdown, after this.
Good night.
I should have done the DK rap. I regret that now. Cocktails, woo, with Jeff and Holden. And Carly. Cocktails, woo, with Jeff and Holden. And Carly. Cocktails, woo, with Jeff and Holden. Making cocktails for you, making you laugh, making you blue. Cocktails. Cocktails, woo, with Jeff and Holden. Cocktails, woo, with Jeff and Holden. Wow, whatever, Reddit. Holden with Jeff and Jeff. And the raid happens. And I just like to see one comment from someone. No, it's not gonna happen. That was so funny with that guy.
That's a nice raid.